From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
I love you.
Hello?
I said I love you.
Yeah.
That does not please you?
Oh, pleases me fine. Now, why don't you and I get together and we'll be able...
That would be nice.
Well, just name the time and the place and, Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
Carmela Jocares, Johnny.
Oh, well, let's get down to earth. Carmela?
Yes, Johnny.
Well, Well, usually when my phone rings this way on a Sunday night, well...
I know. You expect some dull insurance agent to be calling you.
Yeah.
With a dull insurance matter for you to worry about, no?
Yeah, that's usually the case.
But this one does not need to be dull.
You mean you have an insurance problem on your mind?
Of course. So maybe you will help me?
Well, just name the company, any company, and I'm on my way.
The Universal Adjustment Bureau would be interesting.
So who cares if they're interested? Come on, Carmela, get to the point, huh?
Come see me, Johnny. Tell your friend, Pat McCracken at the Universal,
Yeah, sure. Tell him what?
that I called you. Will you, Johnny?
Are you kidding?
Goodbye.
Yeah, well, where can I... Hello? Hello? Huh?
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now that the holiday season is with us, there are 3 different reasons why you should have several packages of Chef Boyardee Pizza Pie Mix handy in the house. The reasons are friends who drop in for lunch, friends who drop in for supper, and friends who come over just to say hello. Because pizza is perfect to serve friends and family any time of the day. And when you use Chef Boyardee Pizza Pie Mix, it's so easy. You see, everything you need is right there in the one Chef Boyardee pizza package that you keep on your cupboard shelf. Needs no refrigeration. You get the flour that turns into crispy golden crust. Chef's own pizza sauce, made according to the very same recipe Chef Boyardee brought with him from Italy. And even mellow Italian-style cheese, already grated to become a delicious, bubbling topping. Serve everybody pizza this holiday season. They'll love it. And you'll find pizza is so easy to make when you use Chef Boyardee Pizza Pie Mix. Get several packages. And now, Act 1 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Latin Lovely matter. Expense account items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 50 cents for phone calls early Monday morning, trying to reach Pat McCracken. Item 6, $1, taxi fare to the offices of Universal Adjustment.
Oh, hi, Johnny. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, where the Sam Hill have you been all morning, Pat?
All morning? You kidding? Look, the clock on this desk says exactly 9:02. For me, that's the crack of dawn. Now, what's bothering you?
Carmela.
Oh, Carmela Jocares.
Yeah, only it's Jocares.
Oh, well. Might have known she'd call you direct. I should have warned you, Johnny.
You know her, Pat?
She's threatened to come down here and camp on my doorstep any minute.
Oh, can you think of a nicer ornament to have around? If she's anything like she sounds on the phone.
She is, Johnny, yeah. That's why I should have suggested that Special Investigator Martha Mayberry Balderdale help her.
Balderdale? Now, how could an old battle axe like her know how to deal with a young, charming, beautiful...
dancer like Carmela?
Dancer? Is that what she is?
Yes. Not very good, but she's just as beautiful and seductive. No, maybe I better sick old Lady Balderdale out.
All right, Pat, quit the kidding and tell me what it's all about.
Who's kidding?
Well, where do I find Carmela, her address?
Now, you see, you're already emotionally involved with her. You haven't even met her.
Emotionally?
Client
Pat?
relationship in our business should be entirely objective, Johnny. How can I possibly expect you to look at Carmela's insurance problem with an unbiased mind?
Pat,
All she'd have to do is bat those lovely big brown eyes at you a couple of times.
Look, will you stop baiting me and tell me what this is all about? Emotion.
All right. I got involved with this little Latin lovely as a favor to the company that issued her the policy, Surety Mutual and Trust.
What kind of a policy?
Retirement. pays her $50,000 when she's 45. Meantime, if she dies, her beneficiary gets the 50 grand.
So what's the matter with it?
Well, like I told you, Johnny, she's a dancer. Nightclubs. Always has a partner. Some good young kid who can make up for her shortcomings. Only a different partner every month or so.
Well, what's that have to do with her insurance?
Well, she has the company name her partner as beneficiary.
Oh, I see. And if she keeps changing her policy...
Right. And by now it has so many riders attached to it, the company's running out of filing space. And what's more important, the cost of servicing this one lousy policy and the time that's been wasted on it. And the last time... Well, she's been so insistent you'd think she was planning to die tomorrow.
Well, maybe she is. Why doesn't the company just stall on making some of these changes?
Well, they've tried that. So what happened? She's on the phone every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Nobody has any peace. That's why they finally turned to me in desperation.
And you said you'd have me talk to her.
I did not. She asked for you.
Why? How'd she even know about me?
Oh, newspapers, some of the radio programs about the cases you've handled. Johnny, you're her idol. You're her dream boy.
Oh, yeah, sure. But what to do about this?
Well, you get her to settle with one beneficiary. Get her married, something like that, so her policy will stay set for a while. Yeah, married, even if you have to... Oh, yeah. You?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't. Not me.
Oh, no. It's a great idea. Johnny, her address is 624 East 47th Street, New York.
Now, you look,
But just remember one thing. Universal Adjustment Bureau will not pay for your defense in a breach of promise suit, John. It's all the way or nothing.
Oh, yeah, sure. Call me up sometime when you have a case for me. Sucker. Me, that is. Because of Item 7, 1940, plane fare and incidentals to New York City, taxi from the airport to 624 East 47th Street, a nice modern apartment building complete with a uniformed doorman.
Miss O'Carra's?
That's right.
Can I have your name, sir?
Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, if you'll just give me her apartment number...
May I see your credentials, please?
My credentials? Oh, sure. Why not? Here, take a good look.
Well, seems all right. Thank you, sir.
Now, look, she's expecting me.
I know, sir.
Then what's all this fuss about?
Hey, will you step into the lobby, please?
Oh, sure. Now, what's the number of her apartment?
One moment, please.
She is in, isn't she?
Yes, sir, she is. I don't understand not answering the house phone, though.
You're certain that she's in?
Absolutely, sir. But why she doesn't answer?
Where's her apartment?
It's number 7 up the stairs.
Come on, show me the way.
Yes, sir. She only came in a few minutes ago.
And nobody else has called on her?
No, sir.
Were all those precautions of yours on her orders?
Yes, sir. She seemed to be fearful of something lately.
Fearful?
Right here, sir, number 7.
That's funny. Miss Ocades! Miss Ocades! Camila!
Listen.
Now what?
That sound inside. Well, there must be somebody
You
in
got a
there.
passkey?
Well, yes, sir.
Come on, give it to me quick.
But unless you have some authority, Mr.
I have all I need. Camila.
Mr. Dollar. She's been killed.
No, she's alive, all right. But that's about all.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Latin Lovely Matter.
Carmela Ocades, beautiful Latin American dancer who kept changing the beneficiary of her insurance policy to the point where the company was going crazy, who demanded another change, this time almost desperately. We'd found her unconscious on the floor of her apartment. Bill, the doorman, discovered how her assailant had got in.
Through the service entrance into the kitchen, Mr. Dollar. He must have run away when he heard us at the door.
Any brandy, anything like that around here, Bill?
Yes, a little bar there in the corner.
Okay, I see it. Do you know a doctor you can call?
I have a list on my desk in the lobby.
Well, then go on down and call him.
Isn't this a matter for the police?
I'll worry about that. You get a doctor up here.
Yes, sir.
Camila. Camila, here. See if you can drink this.
Oh, Johnny.
That's right. Come on now, drink this. That's good. A little more now. Come on.
Oh, no. No. I'm all right now. Help me to the sofa.
Yeah, sure. You know. There you are. How's that?
Oh, thank you, Johnny, darling.
Are you badly hurt? What happened?
He struck me.
Who?
He knocked on the back door. I thought it was Billy to deliver something. So I opened the door, and he struck me before I could... Oh, Johnny, it was terrible.
Well, who was he? Do you know?
No, darling. I'm still so afraid. Hold me, please, in your arms.
Carmela, do you know who it was?
No. It was then he heard you and Billy at the front door.
And you have no idea who it could have been?
Well, he was short and dark and... Johnny.
Yeah?
The man who has been calling me. First from Mexico, and then from here in New York. Threatening me.
Well, who?
I do not know, darling.
Threatening about what?
You have done it once too many, he would say. Now you will be sorry. And he would hang up.
Done what once too many, or too often, or whatever he meant?
I do not know, Johnny.
Well, I know darn well the insurance company would never carry things this far.
The insurance? Oh, Johnny, you can't do it for me, can't you, darling?
Do what?
I only ask them to make a little change. But all they do is delay.
Oh, now look, we have more important things to think about now.
More important than the insurance? Oh, you do not understand. Please, my sweetheart. How can I work unless Armando is...
First, we find out who attacked you and why.
Oh, Billy, darling.
The doctor says he'll be here in 15 to 20 minutes.
No, not the doctor. I love you, Billy, but you're a nice boy, but not the doctor.
Why not?
Because I am all right now.
You're sure about that? Carmela?
Oh, yes, I am all right.
You know, you recovered pretty fast. No marks on you.
What do you mean?
I wonder just how much of a beating you really took.
Johnny, my darling, my love. Surely you do not think...
No, I'm not sure what I think. Okay, Billy. Call off the doctor until I can find out what's what.
Oh, thank you, my sweet. You do care about me. I love you.
Oh, yeah, sure. And, Billy boy, you stay here until I get back.
Yes, sir.
My Juanito, where are you going?
You know something, Carmela? I wish I knew. I know where I was going, all right, to 18th Precinct Police Headquarters and my old friend Randy Singer. If anybody could get me a rundown on Carmela and any of her contacts, he could. If Carmela's attacker left any fingerprints, his boys would find them. Cutting through the alley beside the apartment building, headquarters would only be a couple of blocks away. But that alley was a mistake. I didn't see the man step out of the doorway behind me. But I did feel that old familiar poke in the small of my back.
No. Keep walking, senor. To the next doorway.
All right, now look, if you'll take that gun out of my back...
Walk.
What is this, a holdup?
Now, in here.
Well?
I am Federico, Senor Dollar.
Bully for you. So what?
I could hear you from the back stairway of her apartment. So you would help her, eh?
Carmela? Maybe?
No, you will not, because I will kill you first.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Latin Lovely Matter.
You hear me? I will kill you.
Do you mind telling me why?
I will kill you before I let you help that woman ruin my son.
Your son?
You are from the company for the insurance, are you not?
Yeah, that's right.
To make her the change in the policy, to change what you call the benefit, the...
Beneficiary, yes. That's what she's asked for.
But I will not let you.
Well, I haven't said I... Oh, look, put away that gun, will you?
No.
Okay, Chief.
What?
But be careful, this man is armed.
What are you calling? The policy?
Just diverting your attention. No, give me that gun.
No, I...
All right, now we're on even terms. Just who are you and what's this all about?
I'm Federico Gomez, the father of Armando.
And who's Armando?
Armando, my son. He would be the next fly in the web of the spider.
The what?
That woman, Carmela Jocares. It is my boy, my fine son, that she would make her victim like all the others.
Like all what others? Look, Mr. Gomez.
He is a dancer, my son. A fine dancer, the toast of all Mexico. And she would do with him what she did with the rest.
charm them, make love to them, bring them here to this city to dance with her. Unless I stop her.
Well, I fail to see anything particularly...
And like the others, my son would fall in love with her with all his heart, with all his soul, with all his mind.
Yeah, I'm sure,
And
but...
she... Oh, of course, she would prove her love for him with all the big insurance benefit.
You mean that naming those lads in her insurance policy? Oh, now wait a minute.
You do not know what 50,000 of your American dollars can mean to a young man fresh in his, what you call, career.
Mr. Gomez.
Is it not true?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of dough to hold up in front of a young fellow, but there's a big difference between that much cash and just a promise of insurance money.
The eyes of a young man are easily blinded by this beautiful woman, amigo. She has blinded so many. They have danced with her and given her their money because they loved her.
All right.
But when she got their money, she was through with them. When they begged her to marry them, she spit on them. She turned them out. Pedro Fernandez, you know of him?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Because of this woman, he killed himself. So it was with Jimenez, the son of my friend. But she will not do this to my son.
And you honestly think the mere fact of a big insurance policy?
Was it not true with Jimenez, with Pedro, with Angel, with all the rest? These were young men, amigo, like my son. Unwise to the world, unwise to a woman like this.
Suicide?
I will do anything to keep her from using that insurance to ruin my son. Senor.
The more I live in this world, the more amazed I am at some of the things that happen in it. Things that are implausible, impossible, but that sometimes do happen.
I can only beg of you. Humbly.
All right, look, Mr. Gomez, I'm keeping this gun. By rights, I ought to have you locked up for poking it in my back for your attack on Carmela. But where are you staying?
At the Hotel de Glen Arms.
I want you to go back there. Stay there until you hear from me.
You will help me, senor.
If you'll do as I say.
Gracias, senor. Gracias.
The scene with Carmela back in her apartment was not a pretty one. She not only admitted to having used the insurance, among other things, to further her shaky career at the expense of those young and better dancers, but was quite proud of the broken hearts and broken minds she may have left behind. Until I tore into her, and believe me, I did.
Murder? Oh, no, Juanito.
Now, you look.
No.
If you didn't murder those two young kids, well, you might as well have plunged in the knife yourself. I don't know what laws, what legal action may be dragged in to make you pay for what you've done, but there are moral laws, too, laws of decency.
But I
I'll tell you this,
know.
Carmela, that from now on, the police of this town and of anywhere else you may go, believe me, they'll be gunning for you. And if anything like this ever happens again...
No, Johnny. Johnny, please. You must believe me. I did not think. I was thinking only about myself. I did not realize...
Well, it's high time you did. Your insurance? Oh, baby, that's going to be canceled. Unless you can think of someone far away from your career to leave your money to, someone you can't hurt.
Oh, Johnny, I promised. Don't you see? Never before has anyone made me realize what I was doing. I have only had to think of myself.
By the time I left her, she was sobbing her heart out, promising that she'd spend the rest of her life making up for the things she'd done. And who knows, maybe... Well, who knows? Expense account total, including incidentals and transportation back to Hartford. Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Pat. Well, I just got around to finishing up my report and expense account on that Carmela Jocates thing
You
last
can
week.
just forget the expense account part of it.
Like on what?
No, for the life of me, I don't know how you did it.
What are you talking about?
The company just sent me a copy of the rider, Johnny, the last and final rider on her policy.
Oh?
Naming the new beneficiary, and absolutely, irrevocably, can never be changed again.
Whom did she name, Pat? Some old childhood...
Are you kidding? You!
What?
You sly dog.
Hello? Hello? Well, I'll be... Yours truly, Juanito Peso.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Byron Kay at Intercoastal Maritime and Life in Boston.
Hello, boy.
Remember Hurricane Audrey?
Back in the latter part of June, sure. Must have hit your company pretty hard.
Yes. But if anybody ever needed help, it was those people down in Louisiana and neighboring states.
Yeah.
So we've paid up the claims just as fast as they've come in. Except for one.
Oh, what's that?
One we received only a couple of days ago.
Okay, bye. Give me the dope and I'll head for Louisiana on the first plane.
Wrong direction, Johnny.
Huh? Texas?
No,
Oklahoma? Arkansas?
Buffalo, New York.
What?
And I think you'd better run over here and let me give you some facts.
Yeah, I think I'd better.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Intercoastal Maritime and Life Insurance Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Charmona matter. Expense account item 1, 1845. Plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to Boston, and a cab to Byron Kay's office in the Little Building.
Glad to see you, Johnny.
Hi.
I'm glad you can take this on for me. Sit down.
Okay, thanks.
Ever hear of Charles Francis Keeley?
Keeley?
A very much reformed man, Johnny, who was apparently making a valiant try to live down some of the things he did earlier in his life.
Like what?
Well, he was I guess you'd call him a promoter, stock manipulator, that sort of thing. The point is, he made himself a lot of money a few years back, until the authorities, the Securities Exchange Commission and so forth, put a stop to his fancy dealing.
Sounds like a real nice guy.
In any event, he had enough money by the time he quit to live pretty well. Nice home, beautiful wife, 62-foot cruiser, and that, by the way, is our biggest problem.
Oh, I wish my biggest problem was a 62-foot cruiser.
It is, Johnny. Now.
Then tell me all.
Yes. Early in June, he took his boat across Lake Erie to Detroit to have some work done on it at the Detroit Yacht Basin. Then, a couple of days before the end of the month, he started back for Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, that hurricane was moving north about then, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And his failure to appear in Buffalo within a reasonable time didn't worry his wife a bit. Often before making that same trip, he'd stopped off in Cleveland to visit some of his old cronies.
Uh-huh.
But by July 20th, she began to get worried. She called the friends in Cleveland. They hadn't seen him. Then she called the Coast Guard. No word. A few days later, a couple of the life preservers from his boat washed up on the south shore of Erie near the little town of Lindsay.
Ah.
That enough for you, Johnny?
How much insurance did he carry?
On himself, $35,000. On the boat, $106,000.
I see. Okay, bye. I'm on my way. Expense account item 2, transportation to Buffalo, where I signed in at the Statler Hotel. Item 3, $5.20 for dinner. Then taxi, that's item 4, to the Keeley home north of Delaware Park on Colvin Avenue. I don't know just what I'd expected Keeley's wife to look like. Suffice it to say, I was pleasantly surprised. She was young, tall, blonde, and beautiful, with eager, sparkling eyes and none of the signs of grief I'd anticipated.
I don't know why you registered at the hotel, Johnny. May I call you, Johnny?
Why, sure.
Please call me Mona. May I pour you another drink?
No, thanks.
As I started to say, you could have stayed here. There's plenty of room, as you can see.
Yes, this is a very beautiful house, Mona.
Yes, but so empty now. I get terribly lonely, Johnny.
Well, of course I don't blame you. But now suppose we talk, if you don't mind, about the
Johnny,
thing
if you have to be around for a few days, why don't you move out of that hotel and... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I guess I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But I am lonely.
Sure. Now, Mona, you realize this investigation is, it's just routine.
Of course, Johnny.
Now, as I understand, every effort has been made to find your husband.
Of course. And to find the Charmona.
Charmona?
The cruiser.
Oh, yes.
It was a beautiful thing, Johnny. But now it's gone. And Paul.
Paul?
Yes, Paul Matthews was the pilot. Only he was more than that. He was very nice.
Yeah. Well, now, as I...
Oh, excuse me. Every time that phone rings, I hope it's some word, some news that perhaps Well, you know.
I'm not sure that I do.
What?
But by all means, answer it.
Yes. Yes, excuse me.
There was something distinctly wrong with this whole setup, that was for
The
sure.
Coast Guard, yes. Yes, this is she. This is Mona Keeley.
Perhaps Charles Keeley wasn't the only one in this family to arouse suspicion.
What? Say that again.
Especially now, with nearly $150,000 involved.
Yes, well, how about Paul? I said, how about Paul?
Then, when she finally finished with the phone call, came a couple of other surprises.
Thank you. Thank you. Johnny, he's all right.
Huh?
That was the Coast Guard. They found him. He's all right. Isn't it wonderful?
That was the real surprise. Not what she said. Isn't it wonderful? Nor even the way she said it. But something deep back in her eyes that gave her away, that told me beyond the shadow of a doubt that she was lying through her teeth.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Charmona Matter.
The news that her husband was still alive came as quite a surprise to Mona Keeley. Isn't it wonderful, she said. But I didn't believe that she meant it.
On the south shore of the lake, Johnny, near the little town of Lindsay, west of Cleveland. He was picked up on the beach by a farmer who's been caring for him ever since.
Isn't it kind of funny that you haven't heard from him before? That hurricane was a couple of months ago.
Well, he was out of his mind from the shock of what happened to him.
Did the Coast Guard say anything about the yacht?
No, Johnny, I'm afraid that Charmona is at the bottom of Lake Erie.
Well, where is he now?
In Cleveland, in a small private hospital.
Well, hadn't you better go over there and get him, bring him back here?
I told the Coast Guard we would.
Mona, you're not really glad that he's been found, that he's still alive, are you?
No, I'm not. I guess I never really loved Charles. I'm not sure he really loved me. He was a big shot, always out in the town, doing a lot of entertaining, that sort of thing. I was very pretty then. Kind of a business asset for him.
When were you and Charles married, Mona?
9 years ago.
It looks as though he's done pretty well by you.
I never had any reason to complain. About that, I mean. But the things he did to make his money, it was... Well, I guess it was legal, but it wasn't right. It was almost like stealing, the way he promoted a lot of worthless inventions, penny stocks, worthless real estate, that sort of thing. But he always did all right.
And you.
Well, who worries about conscience when things are going well?
A lot of people, Mona.
But then they made him stop the things he was doing. And Charles became very strange. He took up religion like a fanatic.
Oh?
Kept giving his money away to a lot of crazy charities, money I could have used. And he got moody. He'd go off alone for weeks at a time, pay no attention to me. That's what I meant when I said I was lonely, Johnny. Not just since the accident that lost the boat and Paul.
Paul again, huh?
Don't you understand? These crazy things have been going on for over a year now. That's why I'm not jumping with joy that Charles is alive. Do you blame me?
Hadn't we better drive on over to Cleveland and get him?
All right. I'll run upstairs and change my clothes. Excuse me, I'll be ready in a minute.
Maybe I should have felt a bit more sympathetic, but I didn't. Maybe Charles Keeley did marry her simply because he could afford to keep a smart, pretty ornament around at his beck and call. Yeah, but the chances were she'd married him solely for the things his money could buy her. She took a long time changing her clothes, which didn't surprise me, so I poured myself a drink. I glanced over some of the magazines on the coffee table. I got up and stared out of the window for want of something better to do. Wandered about the room. Wandered into the oak-paneled den. I looked over the shelves of fine books, the gun collection, and the cabinet in the corner. And almost idly, I reached out toward the leather-topped desk to shove back a slip of paper that stuck out of one of the drawers. Until I saw what it was. It was an unpaid bill, several months old, from an exclusive New York shop for some very expensive gowns. And inside, the drawer was packed with unpaid bills, thousands of dollars worth of them, and statements bearing a polite, firm warning to pay up or else. No wonder Keeley's sweet, charming wife had hoped she'd never hear from him again. Gone, he was worth $35,000 to her, and the yacht $106,000. perhaps somehow Mona Keeley had even had a hand in the wrecking of that yacht. I wondered. And I decided I didn't care much for people like this. But my meditations were suddenly interrupted by a sound from the doorway. And there she stood. A pretty little pearl-handled .25 caliber Colt in a dainty gloved hand.
I'm ready, Johnny. Are you?
So I see. Ready for what, Mona?
I guess that depends, doesn't it?
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Charmona Matter.
Mona Keeley stood there in the door of the den, a .25 caliber Colt in her hand. For she'd caught me going through the drawer of a desk, through papers that showed only too clearly why the loss in a storm of a $100,000 yacht might well have been carefully planned. Why she wished that her husband had gone down with it.
You shouldn't have done it, Johnny. You shouldn't have looked in that desk.
Pretty good proof, isn't it, Mona, that the wreck of the Charmona was no accident. I don't know how your husband worked it and still managed to get back to shore alive.
You don't know what you're talking about.
But he almost didn't make it, if what you've told me is the truth. Maybe that's because he didn't anticipate that the storms from Hurricane Audrey would hit Lake Erie. Maybe it's because... well, we'll soon find out.
Will you?
Yes, when we drive over to the hospital in Cleveland and talk with him, if he's really there.
Oh, he's there, all right. And you and I are going for a drive, but not to Cleveland. All right, now.
Oh, put that thing down, Mona.
Sorry, sweetheart.
That little thing in your hand is about as accurate as a slingshot. Now, why don't you...
No, don't move.
I still don't get it, though.
Oh? What?
And I'm sure you must have been in with your husband on his deliberate sinking of the yacht.
If you think Charles sank it deliberately, Johnny, you're all wrong.
Then I certainly don't get it. Because if... oh, now, wait a minute. You've made a couple of cracks about... what was his name? Paul?
Do you want to know the truth? Paul was the pilot for Charles, and there's been no word about him. So he must have gone down with the Charmona. That's why I'm lonely and feel the way I do.
Mona, this whole thing smells worse to me every
He was
minute.
young, and he was kind, and he loved me. I was glad when they found that Charmona had gone down, because the money for it would be mine. And I could get free of Charles, and Paul and I could... That's why I hoped Charles was gone.
Yeah, another $35,000 for you. You're about the crummiest lot I've ever run into. Look at this, Mona, here on the desk.
What?
This solid gold table lamp.
What about
And
it?
there beside you, that expensive mirror.
What are you talking about?
Well, look.
Why did you do that?
Now get this gun away
Oh,
from you.
no. Oh, you.
A lot of good this would have done you with the safety on.
I'll kill you for this, Johnny.
No, I don't think so. And I don't think the police would like it if you try.
Oh, no. Do you think they'd blame me for trying to stop you from going through the papers in my desk? For shooting you? No. Wait. I didn't mean that. I couldn't have shot you, Johnny. Johnny?
Before we go, is there anything you'd like to tell me?
Go? Where?
Is there anything you'd like to tell me about why Charles really sank the Charmona?
No. And I don't think you'll ever know how and why the Charmona went down.
Want to bet? No, stay right there. Now I've got the gun, remember? Hello?
What? Charlie?
No. This is a friend of the family.
Oh, well, this is Harry Nelson. You gave me a real start. I thought Charlie'd come back from his watery grave.
He has, Mr. Nelson.
What?
Yes, he's in a Cleveland hospital. He's okay.
Oh. Well, then I'll talk to him when he gets back. You see, I'm the man who was going to give him $98,000 for the Charmona when he got her back from Detroit.
Oh? Oh, yeah, sure.
But since the Coast Guard tells me she was a complete loss, well, naturally, I think I'll have my deposit back.
I'm sure you'll get it, Mr. Nelson.
Yeah, okay, Mr. What did you say your name is?
Bye.
Who was that?
Someone who threw some very interesting light on this whole matter. Come on.
Where?
Our little drive, remember? To Cleveland. During the 5-hour drive to Grace Hospital on the outskirts of Cleveland, I questioned her, using every trick I could, but she refused to talk. The theory that Charles Keeley had deliberately sunk his yacht had gone up in smoke. If he had a buyer for it, he wouldn't need to try to collect the insurance on it. But I still knew the whole case was anything but lily white, and hoped that Keeley could explain a few things. When we arrived at the hospital, there was a police lieutenant in Keeley's room and a stenographer. When she saw them, Mona gasped slightly and sank into a chair, to which the lieutenant promptly handcuffed her. As Charles Keeley talked, the whole case became crystal clear, and at the same time about as sordid as anything I'd ever heard.
I should have realized what was up when Paul Matthews suddenly refused to make the trip back to Buffalo with me. He was my pilot, Lieutenant. I phoned the Coast Guard about him as soon
Yes, sir. It was on the Coast Guard's tip that we ordered Paul Matthews picked up.
Picked up. Then he's all right.
Shut her up, Lieutenant, or get her out of here.
As I started to say, they not only picked him up, but found where he bought the various parts for the little device he used.
Good.
Device? What are you talking about, Lieutenant?
Let me tell him.
Sure, go ahead, Mr. Cayley. Then the stenographer will have it all down on the record.
I should have known what was up when Paul suddenly decided not to go back with me just before sailing time. You see, I've suspected for some months that he and my wife behind my back...
Charles.
Shut up, you rotten little...
Go on, Mr. Keeley.
I should have known then, but I had to get the cruiser back to Buffalo to a friend who'd offered me cash for it.
Harry Nelson.
Yes. Enough to get me back on my feet again. And I didn't know why Paul had left me to make the trip alone until the explosion about 5 hours out.
What?
Yes, Mr. Dollar, up forward, where there couldn't possibly have been anything explosive.
A bomb of some sort?
What else, Dollar?
It was luck, sheer luck, that I was sailing in close, that I'd put on a life preserver because of the storm.
That was the tail end of the hurricane down south, you understand?
Yes, and it was luck that she went down right off Palace Rock.
Yeah, that's exactly where the Coast Guard divers found her early this morning. A hole as big as a house blown out of her front end.
Yes, that storm, that hurricane may have taken a lot of lives, but it saved mine.
All I can say is I'm glad there are courts to take care of situations like this. I myself would hate to have to dirty my hands any further. Yeah, it probably does take all kinds to make a world. But believe me, the world would be a lot better off without some of those kind. The claim on the yacht, sure, it'll have to be paid. And to a man I honestly think is trying to live a decent life for a change. Expense account total, including incidentals and the trip back to Hartford, $103.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, Bob Hall at Plymouth. We've got a bad thing down here.
Oh, what's that?
One of our company investigators has been killed. I think you knew him, Gene Reimer.
Gene Reimer is dead.
Yeah, shot to death. We learned of it this morning. Sent him down to Charleston to look into a murder.
Does his wife know yet?
She was with him. I mean, she went to Charleston with him. We want to put somebody right on it, Johnny. That's why I called.
Oh, sure, Bob. I'll come right over and get the rest of the story from you.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Plymouth Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Leland Blackburn matter. Expense account item 1, $250 cab fare from my apartment to the Plymouth building.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah? Oh, hi, Merle.
What are you doing down here?
From the Gene Reimer shooting.
I wondered if you'd heard. He talks a lot about you. You were good friends.
We learned the business together in the Pinkerton agency. Almost opened our own office. It didn't pan out.
I wish it had. We're going to miss him around here. He was a great guy.
Yeah. Well, Bob Hall's waiting for me, Merle. I'd better get in there.
Sure. Good luck, Johnny.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, he's waiting for you. You can go right in.
Thanks. How are you, boss?
Thanks for coming right over, Johnny. Wouldn't have blamed you if you turned it down.
Forget it.
I feel pretty awful about it. I gave the case to Gene myself. He wasn't up for one, but there would have been some extra money for him. I knew he needed it.
He didn't have to take the case. He didn't have to earn a living this way.
It's a funny thing for you to say.
Well, there's no other way to look at it. You can't hunt trouble forever without finally running into some.
I got the idea that you were his friend.
I was. But you aren't hiring a friend, Bob. You're hiring an investigator. If you want me to go to work on this, I'd better get some facts.
I don't understand you.
What about the case he was on? You said it was murder?
A policyholder named Leland Blackburn was bludgeoned to death in his home.
How long had Gene been on it?
Less than a week, 5 days.
Had he sent in any report on what he'd learned?
No, he hadn't.
Is that all?
That's all I know. He was staying at the Hotel Lee. His wife is still there. As I said, she'd been with him. I suggest you talk to her first.
I will. I'll leave as soon as I can get plane space.
All right, Johnny. Good luck.
Expense account item 2, $85 transportation between Hartford and the Hotel Lee in Charleston. It was 8:30 p.m. by the time I checked in, and my first move was to the phone.
Yes?
This is Johnny, Barbara.
Johnny, where are you?
The floor above you. The Plymouth Company sent me down to look into Gene's death.
Oh, I'm glad you're here, Johnny. When will I see you?
As soon as possible.
Oh, give me just 15 minutes to put a face on it. Come on, Doc. Johnny.
Hello.
Been a long time. I can't tell you what a shock it was to hear your voice on the phone. I've been thinking about you.
Oh?
Well, it was natural to. You've been the only one I turned to when there was trouble. How did the company happen to send you?
Because I knew Gene, I guess.
Was anything said about us?
There was no reason for that. Everything between you and me stopped when you got married. We'd better keep it that way now.
Sure. It was a beautiful marriage all the way around.
I told you it would be. You remember that?
Yes.
That there was a side of Gene Reimer that hardly anybody knew. You didn't believe me.
I learned to.
And you made some pretty serious statements to me after you did. I want to get that off my chest before we go any farther. I don't know how many times you told me that you were afraid you were going to kill him for what he'd done to you. And you meant it, didn't you?
Johnny.
The last time was less than a month ago.
You don't think I killed him?
I remember what you said.
Johnny, don't.
Why did you come to Charleston with him?
Because he made me come.
Why?
Because it... I don't want to tell you.
Why not?
It doesn't have anything to do with what happened.
Then you shouldn't mind telling me.
He found out about somebody I'd been seeing in Hartford. I know it sounds cheap, but you must realize...
Never mind that. Gene brought you down here to keep you away from this guy.
Yes. Johnny, you can't think I killed him.
I hope you didn't. For old time's sake, I'd hate to learn that you did.
They were good times, Johnny.
What do you know about the case Gene was working on?
Nothing. He never talked about any of them.
Well, I'll start on it tomorrow. Good night, Barbara. Expense account item 3, $2 cab fare the next morning to police headquarters, where I met Lieutenant Sims, the officer in charge of both killings.
Well, looks to me like they piled a load of work on your shoulders, Dollar. You assigned to both murders?
Chances are that they go together, don't you think?
Hard to figure that far yet.
Well, what have you got on this Leland Blackburn?
The file isn't complete on him. The widow and son refused to authorize an autopsy. It took a few days to force it through, so we got no report.
Who was he?
An old codger, a pillar of the old South, so to speak. He was a broker, him and his son Rollin, pretty wealthy folks.
What do you think was the motive?
Well, we're thinking it was robbery. Nobody knows how much, but old Leland's wallet was empty when they found it. He just told the phone operator he wanted the police when he was hit. The phone was still in his hand.
Well, I'll have to go and talk to the family.
Help yourself. Now, this other Hartford man, a likable kind of fella, you know him?
Yeah, I know Gene for quite a few years.
Makes it bad when it's a friend, don't it?
Well, it doesn't help. Do you have anything on his death?
No, absolutely nothing. He was shot 3 times at close range with a .32 caliber gun. All 3 slugs went through him and smashed up on a brick wall behind him. Spoiled him for ballistics.
Where did it happen?
In an alley off Magazine Street. And that's why we can't figure any connection between that shooting and the Blackburn killing. You know this town?
No.
Why, no Blackburn had set foot in that Magazine Street section. They live at the other end of the town, south of Broad Street. That's a whole lot closer to heaven, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Lieutenant. Looks like I've got a lot of cold trail to follow, so I'd better get moving. Later that day, after checking my phone to learn when the son would be home, I went to the Blackburn residence. It was a warm, friendly estate glowing with Southern tradition. The same thing could have been said about the widow, Mrs. Blackburn, but son Rollin must have taken after his father.
What I resent most of all is that you are here simply because you suspect either Mother or me, or both of us, of nefarious plot.
Now, Rollin.
Isn't that right?
Murder is a hard thing to ignore, Mr. Blackburn.
I am not ignoring it, but I believe our local police are quite able to do what must be done.
I should think you'd be interested in having as many people as possible working to clear it up.
Naturally, I want to see my father's killers brought to justice. But I don't think Father would appreciate the importation of investigators from Hartford.
Rollin, please.
I came here primarily to investigate the death of the first Hartford man. I'm afraid you'll have to put up with me until I satisfy myself that there's no connection between your father and
What
that.
possible connection could there be?
I don't know.
There isn't any. And if I hear of you dragging the Blackburn name into a sordid murder in that part of town, I will personally thrash you to within an inch of your life.
Rollin, I must insist. I think perhaps that if you left, Mr. Dollar and I could conclude this meeting much more rapidly. Don't you have an appointment someplace?
Don't you forget what I said, Dollar.
I won't.
Oh, I must apologize, Mr. Dollar.
You don't have to.
The loss of his father has been a great shock to him. And I must say that other young man who was here, as pleasant as it tried to be, did leave us with the impression that he suspected us. One doesn't say things like that about the Blackburns. It is an extremely proud and moral family.
I understand. I don't want you to think that
Now, Mr. Dollar, what do you want me to do?
Well, I think you've probably been asked these questions by Mr. Reimer, but if you'll bear with me...
Of course.
Were you here the night your husband died?
Yes. I was in the other wing where our bedrooms are. Rollin was there, too. But he came down to the kitchen, that's through there, and found poor Leland.
Neither of you heard anything?
No. I had my radio on, I remember. But even so, it is quite a big house.
It's a beautiful house. Mrs. Blackburn, do you have any idea who could have done this thing? Any enemies of your husband's?
I knew of nobody who disliked Leland. He was a charitable, honest man. And a pious one.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Blackburn. I won't bother you any longer.
My only hope is that I may join him soon.
Lieutenant Sim.
Mrs. Dollar, Lieutenant.
Oh, yeah. What have you been up to?
I've been out to see the Blackburns. How did you reconstruct the killing out there?
Well, like I said, he still had the phone in his hand. He'd been hit a number of times with some blunt instrument.
Anything to make you think there was more than one killer?
No. The wounds were all on the right side of the head. Struck from behind by a right-handed man. Why?
The son. He was a little agitated at my being there. He said killers.
What's that?
He said he wanted to see his father's killers brought to justice. Plural. What would make him say a thing like that?
I don't know.
Well, as it stands, it's not worth anything as evidence, but I thought I'd tell you. To me, at that moment, it meant there was a possibility that Rollin Blackburn knew more than he was saying. I spent another 2 hours trying to find something to strengthen that possibility, the financial condition of both the family and their brokerage firm. I got no place with it, but I returned to my hotel with the feeling that that one slip was going to develop into the link to connect Jean's death with the Blackburn investigation. The feeling lasted only a few seconds after I met the man who was waiting for me outside my room.
Mr. Dollar, I'm Hal Brand.
Oh, yeah?
I'm the hotel detective here.
Oh.
I think I'd better talk to you.
What about?
The woman down on 413, Mrs. Reimer.
How'd you find out about me?
I've been keeping my eye on her. I saw you go to see her and checked on you. I had an idea that insurance company would send somebody else.
Why have you been watching her?
Her husband paid me to. I guess there was something wrong between them.
Yeah.
A man showed up to see her the day the husband was killed. I didn't get a chance to tell him, but I thought I ought to tell you.
Who is he?
Richards is his name. George. He's in the Clemens Hotel up the street. He checked in from Hartford, too.
Come on in the room, Brian. I want to hear the rest of it.
Sure. There isn't much more. This Richard showed up at the Reimer room about 1 in the afternoon. Reimer was out, so I didn't get to him. And then he was shot that night about 10. Maybe it don't mean anything.
You know where Richards is now?
He checked out this afternoon and took the 540 plane to New York.
Let me pour you a drink, Brian?
Sure. You know, a man's a fool to marry a woman as beautiful as that. It always means trouble. That's my personal opinion anyway. My wife's as ugly as sin. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Have you told this to the police, Brian?
Not yet.
Why not?
Oh, I figure a couple of days won't make any difference. If the police don't come up with something else, but then I'll tell them. You talked to her. What do you think?
I don't know, but I'm going down to see her.
Wouldn't be very smart, would it?
Maybe not. That's the way I have to play it. Help yourself to another drink, Brian, and thanks. I've got to see you.
Sure, Johnny. Come in. What's the matter?
Why'd you lie to me last night?
I didn't. I don't understand.
George Richards. Why didn't you tell me he was here?
How did you find out?
He was seen coming to this room. Why didn't you tell me?
I was afraid to.
Yeah, that I believe. I put myself out on a limb for you today because I thought there was a chance you wouldn't lie to me. I withheld information. They want a motive for Jean's murder, and I didn't mention you.
I didn't kill him.
That doesn't mean anything now that there's Richards.
I didn't know he was here until I opened that door. He stayed here 10 minutes, and I made him leave. I told him to go back home or there'd be real trouble.
He didn't leave until this afternoon.
I didn't know that. Johnny, I know I should have told you last night. I've always trusted you, but I knew how bad the situation would look, and I just prayed that nobody would know George was here.
You weren't covering up for him?
No, I didn't know, Johnny. I didn't know he was still here.
Quit it, will you? Come on, sit down, get a hold of yourself. Look, I want to believe you, Barbara, you know that. But it doesn't make any difference now whether I do or not. The police are going to learn about Richards.
Are you going to tell them?
I imagine they'll tell me. But I can't hold back anymore. And with the answers I'll have to give them, they can probably indict you for murder, or at least accessory with Richards.
I didn't kill him. I don't know anything about it.
Stop it. I don't need hysterics. I need proof. How can you prove to me that you knew nothing about it?
I don't know.
Would Richards have done it alone?
No.
How can you prove that?
It's a thing I know.
I can't use things, you know. I need people and statements. People who will swear that they saw you at the time Jean Reimer was killed. People who will swear they saw Richard.
It was 9 o'clock. I was here.
I can check that.
That's all I know. Johnny, stop. Please stop. I can't stand any more.
All right, Angel. I'll stop. I tried to find an alibi for George Richards that night, but a stranger in a city the size of Charleston is hard to nail down. I went to the Clemens Hotel and questioned bellboys, clerks, maids, and bartenders, but those who remembered him hadn't seen him during the evening in question. Then I tried cab drivers with no better success. It was after midnight when I went to bed, and 9 the next morning when I was awakened by a summons from the police, accompanied by official transportation.
Here he is, Lieutenant. Thanks, Sergeant. You can wait outside.
Yes. Sit down, Dollar.
Thanks.
I had an interesting chat with the hotel detective where you were stopping.
Oh, I'm not surprised, Lieutenant.
What's the matter with you, son? You put yourself in a pretty darn serious position by holding back information from me. Why'd you do it?
I'm not sure.
You admitted knowing that Jean Reimer. Why didn't you tell me then that you knew about trouble between him and his wife?
Well, I wanted to check the other angles first, the Blackburn investigation.
How bad was this trouble?
Pretty bad. Reimer had a mean streak that didn't show except to his closest friends and intimates.
You'd say he did her bodily harm?
Yep, lots of it.
How'd you find out?
From her?
How well did you know her?
I knew her before they were married.
In love with her by any chance?
If I had been, I would have married her. I know what you're driving at, Lieutenant, the possibility that I came down here to protect her from a murder charge. Well, that's half true.
What's that?
She's been my friend. I didn't want to see her pulled in if she wasn't mixed up in it.
You don't think she was?
I'll have to leave that for you. I know she had a motive, and to make it better, a possible accomplice turns up. But so far, it's all circumstantial.
And we put a searcher out on this man Richards. That's how good them circumstances look to us.
Sure. And I'll bet I can reconstruct your reconstruction. A phony tip to Rhyme on how to crack the Blackburn thing, an appointment on Magazine Street, and the payoff. Huh?
You break that down?
No, and I tried. Barbara has an alibi, but Richards hasn't.
Well, I gotta have somebody for that killing, Dollar. I'm going to bring her in.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
I want to talk to you first. I want you to stay here while I talk to her.
Why? Why, you think she'll break down because of me?
What's the matter with that board? Now, I'll be right back. I gotta go get a man to pick her up.
Hey, what are you doing?
Contemplating suicide.
Where's Lieutenant Sims?
Just went out the other door. I'll be right back.
Hey, you finally got the autopsy report on old man Blackburn.
You sound as if you really didn't believe he was dead.
Oh, no, he's dead all right.
What is it, Sergeant?
The Blackburn autopsy report. Yeah, look here.
Hmm? Well, I'll be narcotics user.
The press has been waiting for this, Lieutenant.
And they've got a right to it. No, wait. Don't give it to them yet. This has been pretty hard on that family. Hold on to it. No use dragging them through any more mud. At least till the federal men go to work on it.
All right, sir.
She'll be here in a few minutes, Dollar, so relax. I gotta run through a few reports while we wait.
It was hardly the time for relaxation, but I tried. We sat through an hour of questions to which there was no provable answers. And at the end of it, Barbara Reimer was booked on suspicion of murder, and I was released on bail, charged with suspicion of being accessory after the fact. I had only one place to go. Good afternoon, Miss Blackburn.
Good afternoon.
I'm Mr. Dollar. You remember me?
Of course I do. I wasn't expecting you.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to phone. May I come in?
Yes?
Your son at home?
No, he's at the office. What is it, Mr. Dollar?
A girl has been arrested because the police think she killed Mr. Reimer, the other man from Hartford.
Oh, I didn't know.
I don't think she did it.
I don't think I understand, Mr. Dollar. Why have you come here?
Because I think you know she didn't do it, Mrs. Blackburn.
Mr. Dollar.
Could we sit down someplace?
Yes. In the drawing room. Now, if you please, sir, what is the meaning of the...
Why did you refuse to allow an autopsy to be performed on your husband?
Because I believe it to be a revolting and savage practice. A mental torture that no one has the right to ask the survivors to experience. I will not condone it.
Usually laws are stronger than human feelings. Do you know that one had been performed?
I refused. Oh, Roland told me there was nothing to fear.
He was wrong.
I will not condone it.
It's a matter of official record now, Mrs. Blackburn. The report says your husband was a narcotics user.
He was not.
He was. Your son knew it, and I think you did.
I shall have to ask you to leave, Mr. Dollar.
Please, Mrs. Blackburn, that wouldn't do any good. When I was here before, maybe you remember, your son said something he didn't intend to say. He told me that more than one man killed your husband. He said killers.
He was upset.
Both murders had something to do with the narcotics your husband used, didn't they?
No.
The police haven't been able to find a link between the Blackburn name and the Magazine Street section. The narcotics made that link, isn't that right?
No.
Gene Reimer must have found out. He was killed. Now a woman is charged with a murder she had nothing to do with. What else do you want?
Oh. We thought we were doing the right thing.
Why did you think that?
We hoped to save Leland that shame. And Roland, his son, and his widow.
Gene Reimer must have learned from you.
No. No one was to be told. Mr. Reimer discovered it himself. When he faced us, we begged him to say nothing. But when he threatened us, we told him their names.
The names of the people who supplied your husband?
Yes, and made a hell of our lives. They've extorted money from us for almost 10 years. We of the inviolate family.
They killed your husband.
They came that night to force him to buy more. And when he refused and tried to telephone the police, they killed him.
I want you to tell me who these people are.
We told Mr. Reimer. And he...
I won't go alone.
It will be finished then. This farce we live.
It would be finished anyway.
Oh, yes. We go no further. There are two. One is named Miller. The other Stone.
Why do I find him?
You won't go alone. We've caused one death.
I'll be all right.
I'll tell you where to find them.
I hadn't planned to go alone, but on the way I began to wonder if the time I spent interesting the police wouldn't be used by Mrs. Blackburn to warn the two men whose capture would put the finish to the family reputation. So I didn't contact Lieutenant Sims. Instead, I stopped by my hotel to pick up an automatic and cabbed to the Magazine Street address by myself.
This is the space. Take it easy up there, if I were you.
Thanks, I will. Here you are.
Thanks, sir.
Albany, St. Patrick Road, I know they do.
Yeah? Who are you, Miller or Stone?
What's the difference?
None.
Hey, now, what is this?
Who are you?
Miller. What's the idea of pushing in?
I just came from the Blackburn place.
Where?
The old lady is tired of trying to save the family pride. She talked again.
What?
What other reason would I have for being here? She's ready to talk to the police about her husband. I'm ready to talk to you about Gene Reimer.
I don't get it.
You'd better start. Come on.
Where?
Out the door. We'll find our way.
Now, listen to me. You can't fool a man around like this without saying why I haven't done nothing.
Then why argue?
All right, I'll go.
Miller! Miller! Miller?
Get away from me. Find Stone. I gotta talk to Stone.
He did get a chance to talk to Stone, but not before Lieutenant Sims heard him out and added his statement and added the surviving Blackburns, which cleared Barbara Reimer and yours truly. Expense account item 3, $110, miscellaneous expenses in Charleston. Item 4, same as item 2, transportation back to Hartford, expense account total. Oh, excuse me. Yep.
Hello, Johnny.
Oh. Hi, Barbara.
I thought you were coming over. It's after 4.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just going to phone. I can't make it.
What's the matter, Johnny?
I've got another case.
What's the matter, Johnny?
I have to earn a living.
All right. You know where to find me if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to call you when I get back to town. Okay? Goodbye. Expense account total, $345.75. Remarks? This was a fairly personal assignment, and it brings to mind a fairly personal observation. Cops, private or otherwise, should never marry. They're lousy husbands because they're away from home so much. But more important, they leave too many widows. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dodd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production, Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were John Daner, Jim Nusser, Jeanette Nolan, Georgia Ellis, John McIntyre, and Larry Dobkin. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Coverly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Baltimore Liability and Trust Corporation, 418 Virginia Boulevard, Baltimore, Maryland. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Emily Braddock matter. Expense account item 1, $158.16. Plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to Santa Barbara. My mid-morning arrival was timed for the sun and the sea to show off a sizable and pleasantly crowded harbor, some sprawling hotels, 2 lush green golf courses, and acres of snug, expensive homes. At the police station, my contact, a Sergeant Lopez, was out, so I went over to the Harbor Inn and met the victimized hotel operator, Glenn Sheridan. Tall, gray-haired, slacks, sports shirt, suntan, and sandals.
On the face of it, you'd think I'd been in the hotel business 20 minutes instead of 20 years, the way that woman took me.
Well, she's done the same thing in several other nice hotels up and down the coast, if that's any comfort.
Well, it isn't. I suppose the thing that bothers me most is that if she walked through that door right now and told me none of it was true, I'd probably believe her.
She was that good?
Mr. Dollar, she was the best. Why, she pranced in here as big as life, and she probably didn't have a nickel in her purse. And what's more, for the whole 4 days she was here, she didn't break her stride once.
What do you mean?
Well, only the best of everything.
Oh. She gave you a check for $813, is that right?
Painfully right.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it, no questions. Every night in the dining room, she'd order champagne, special dishes. I've seen my share of grifters and bad check artists, but she tops them all. Perfume, clothes, luggage, conversation, and a very pretty woman, Dollar. Beautiful, in fact.
She checked in alone, registered as Mrs. Robert Payne, Beverly Hills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did it strike you as odd that a woman would check into a place like this, a resort hotel, alone?
No, she wasn't alone long. She met other people. Became friends with at least a half a dozen guests in the place.
Uh-huh.
The way she was throwing my money around, why not? She picked up all the tabs. Well, ordinarily, I'd have been suspicious under those circumstances, Mr. Dollar, but she threw me off right from the very start.
Well, how's that, Mr. Sheridan?
Well, she showed up about midnight, came in a cab that was just loaded down with expensive luggage. Probably wrote a bad check for that someplace.
Yeah, probably.
She came swinging in the lobby with a cabbie following her and told the night clerk she wanted to see me. When I came down to the desk, she yelled, "Sherry!" Ran up and kissed me and asked how my wife was. Can you beat that?
Nope.
She acted as though we knew each other. And one of those tricks your mind plays on you in this business, I actually thought I remembered her from someplace.
I see.
She registered as Mrs. Robert Payne. Said she was on her way back from Lake Tahoe, wanted to rest up. Something about just getting a divorce and being awarded $3,000 a month alimony. That impressed me.
Well, it'd impress anyone, Mr. Sheridan.
Well, I did make a check. She gave her home address as Beverly Hills, and there was a Robert Payne listed there. Later on, I found out he's in Europe with his wife and children.
But his name was in the book.
Yeah, and that was enough for me. Oh, she had a wonderful 4 days here, I'll say that for her.
Getting back to that part about her looking familiar.
Well, there's nothing in that, Dollar. I did think I had seen her before, and of course she helped me think it, but I was too embarrassed to press the matter with her, I guess.
Do you have a copy of her hotel account? I'd like to look it over.
Yeah. The police have the check she gave me. It was drawn on a bank in Beverly Hills.
Was it personalized?
No. Maybe I should have thought something of that, huh? Well, here's this much. I can't stand to look it over. It makes me kind of sick. $813.
I spent another hour with Mr. Sheridan as he distastefully covered the items on the bill she'd paid with a bad check. Later that afternoon, I met with Sergeant Lopez, who reported a woman answering the same description had passed bad checks in Burlingame, Santa Maria, and Ojai. Expense account item 2, $114.85. Transportation to Monterey and Santa Cruz, where I interviewed the other 2 clients who had filed claims. Their stories were much the same as Sheridan's. Expense account item 3, $4.15. Long-distance phone call.
That you, Johnny?
Yeah, Frank. All the claims are pretty solid. The police have no line on this...
Don't come home.
Oh?
Hop down to Malibu Beach. She's done it again. At a place called the Seaside Inn. The guy who runs it found out it was bad 15 minutes after she left. That was this morning. I don't expect any miracles, but if you get down there right away, maybe you can get on her trail.
Well, I'll try. Expense account item 4, $38 even. Transportation Santa Barbara to Malibu. I didn't even bother to listen to a disgruntled hotel proprietor repeat a story I knew so well. I went directly to the sheriff's station and Sergeant Pell's.
Well, that's about the picture. She was at the inn for 4 days and checked out this morning. She used the name Bradley. Ellen Bradley. She can't be too far ahead of you now.
No.
There might be a break on this one, too. While she was at the inn, she took up with one of our local residents, a man by the name of Garland. Lives over in the colony. He drove her into town this morning.
Have you talked to him?
I can't find him anywhere. He has a house over in the colony.
The colony?
Yeah, that's down the road a piece. They call it that because a lot of movie stars built beach homes there a long time ago. Movie colony, you know.
Oh, yeah. Is this Garland an actor?
Yeah, when he gets work, which isn't very often, I guess. Mainly, he keeps suntanned. We're trying to locate him now, and as soon as we do it.
Oh, sure.
Sergeant Pell. Yeah, right away. Garland's home now.
I went with Sergeant Pell's to talk with Garland, who was in trunks and sunglasses in front of his house. A healthy, muscular, handsome man in his mid-30s. He was a little stunned by the news we brought him.
Ellen, a phony? Sergeant, are you sure about this?
Well, you can ask the man at the Seaside Inn. He got the check, and Mr. Dollar here's been looking all over the state for it.
Well, come on, let's go up into the house.
All right.
I thought I knew her pretty well.
Did you meet her out here, or did you know her before?
Oh, I met her at the Seaside Inn the first night she was here. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Now, sit down. Like something to drink?
No, thank you.
Not now, thanks. Understand you drove her into Los Angeles.
That's right. I took her in this morning.
Where did you take her?
The Beverly Glen Hotel.
Did she check in there?
No, she just dumped all her luggage. She told me she didn't know whether or not she'd have to go to Chicago tonight. Something about a house she owned there that had to be rented or sold.
Did you leave her there?
No, she made a phone call. Said she had to meet a lawyer.
Yeah? She say where?
Yeah, a bar in Hollywood. Topper on Coenga. So I drove her over there and left her.
When was this?
Oh, 3 hours ago, about 1 o'clock, I guess.
How was she dressed?
Black strapless job.
Uh-huh. Did she mention any names? Tell you anything about herself?
Yeah, she told me that 6 months ago her little 2-year-old boy was killed in an automobile accident. She said that was the thing that broke up her marriage to this Bradley guy.
Uh-huh.
Said she needed to believe in something again, that she needed someone to believe in her. Well, I figured her for a pretty nice person, just having a little fling. Even with what you've told me, I believe that part of it.
Why?
Because she told me, and she cried a little when she was telling me. Oh, I don't care how you look at me. I don't think anyone could invent a story that tragic without some sort of basis.
Well, maybe you've got a point, Garland, but a good liar can see a story in a newspaper, adapt it to his own needs, and maybe even cry a little about it.
Well, I still believe it. You know, Mr. Dollar, you ought to try believing what people tell you sometime.
Yeah, I'll try it. Next time I have 2 weeks off.
What?
In my business, they call that a vacation.
Well, what'll it be, gents? Police. I'd like to talk to the man who was on duty here at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, that's me, Sergeant. My name's Lenny Pollard. Anything wrong?
No, just routine.
Well, can I get you something?
No, thank you. We're trying to locate a woman who's been using the name Ellen Bradley. We were told she was in here around 1 o'clock today.
Oh, I don't recognize that name.
About 5'5", dark brown hair, brown eyes. Wore a black strapless summer dress when last seen. 30 or under.
Uh-huh. No one like that. 1 o'clock's a pretty quiet time. In fact, all afternoon's been quiet. No woman like that's been in here at all.
You been here all the time?
Yeah, on duty since 11 o'clock. That's when we open. You sure this is the right place, the Topper?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Wish I could help you.
When we got to the Beverly Glen Hotel, a worried clerk was still wondering what to do with the 14 pieces of luggage Ellen Bradley had left there earlier. No, she hadn't phoned in and given him any instructions. No, she was not registered at the hotel. Sergeant Pels made arrangements for a man to cover the lobby in case she showed up to claim her things. By 8 the next morning, the Central Identification Bureau in Sacramento made a positive identification on a thumbprint taken from her room at the Seaside Hotel. She was identified as Emily Miles Braddock. Her nearest living relative was a sister, Elaine. Address 112 East Orange Avenue, Los Angeles.
You down there?
Yes?
Who are you looking for?
Elaine Braddock. Are you Miss Braddock?
What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
Well, I don't want to buy nothing.
I'm not selling anything. I'm an insurance investigator.
You sure you got the right party?
Elaine Braddock?
Come on up, mister. Just open the door and come on up. Come on in. You wanted to see me, here I am. What do you want to see me about?
The gray-haired woman who had cackled at me from the second story was sitting in a wheelchair by the window. My name's Johnny Dollar. I'm here about your sister.
Oh, Emily, huh?
Yes, we're trying to find her. Has she been around here? We know she's in the Los Angeles area.
Emily was here a little bit yesterday afternoon. Where she's gone now, I don't know. Have no idea.
How long was she here?
Oh, she stayed maybe 2 or 3 hours. I hope I don't ever see her again. She's no good.
Well, how did she get here? By car? Cab?
I don't know. Just standing at the door yesterday, the same as you, all of a sudden.
Well, how did she leave?
Walked. Tried to borrow some money from me, but I wouldn't give her none, so she had to walk.
Did she make any phone calls or see anybody else while she was here?
Well, she made a call.
Any idea who it was?
No.
Did you happen to hear anything she said on the phone?
No. Showing up here just like that after not writing or letting me hear from her all the time she was away. Getting herself in trouble with the police. Being in jail. 10 years ago when I got hurt, she promised she'd take care of me. Look how she's done it. I have to live on the county. You know that? I got to live on the county, and nobody cares about me. Is she in bad trouble?
I'm afraid so.
Well, how bad is it, mister?
Oh, 10 years, maybe.
10 years? 10 years? Gee, 2 was bad enough, but 10... What'd you say your name was?
Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, I hope you don't catch her. Even if she killed someone, I hope you don't catch her. And I hate her. You're only young a little while, and that's all you got. 10 years in prison, and she'd come out worse off than I am.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
That afternoon, a follow-up came on Emily Miles Braddock. The completed folder included a mug shot that showed a woman of 30 years with dark brown hair, wide-set eyes, a well-formed nose and mouth. I took it with me when I went back to see Tom Garland.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Mind if I come in?
What now?
Your friend.
What about her?
I've been thinking about what you told me about her yesterday.
That's nice.
Here. Take a look at this. That's her, isn't it?
Yeah, that's her.
Can we talk now?
Okay, come on in.
Her name's Emily Braddock, not Ellen Bradley. Up until 2 months ago, she was in the State Correction Home for Women. serving a 2-year term for grand theft.
Here, take your picture back.
I'm not pushing my weight showing it to you, Garland. But you're a little stubborn about what you want to believe about her. If she lost a baby, as she told you, she was in prison when it happened. I thought I'd better prove this lie.
All right, so you proved it.
You mind if I sit down?
No, help yourself.
Thanks.
Well, do you have anything else to tell me?
Well, I suppose I do, since you don't seem to want to tell me anything. I've been on this case almost a week now. In that time, I've talked to 8 different men who have met Emily Braddock, and 1 woman who knew her by her real name and for what she really is. Garland, every one of those people came out on the short end of things with her.
Just a minute,
I've looked at this mug shot. I've heard these men describe her, and I think I can understand why. It's not hard to imagine this face set off with a nice hairdo, some earrings, makeup, and the works. This sister of hers I met this morning lives in a very crummy neighborhood. A family home. She's all Emily has left, or vice versa. Emily walked out on her.
Well, if it's as bad as you say it is, why shouldn't she?
For one reason, her sister's a hopeless cripple. But even she would protect Emily. You're my only hope.
What?
This woman can get away from us right now. She's smart and clever. She can go right on doing the same thing she's been doing all along. Oh, she'll get caught eventually.
But because I know her and she passed a few bad checks doesn't mean that I'm responsible in any way. You know that.
You're right, it doesn't. But you're involved just the same. You're different from a hotel man who's been tilted. You're a boyfriend. True, just a 4-day boyfriend. But a woman like that can do a lot of damage in 4 days' time.
Why are you here, Dollar? What do you want?
I'm here to disillusion you, Garland. Because I don't think you're disillusioned enough right now.
Now, wait a minute.
You're a perfect stranger to me. I don't know you from a Grand Rapids chair. But I'm doing you a favor telling you that Emily Braddock is a crook and a thief and a forger, and that everything she ever told you was a lie. Now and then a woman walks into a man's life that he'd sell his soul for. But don't ever do any business along those lines with this baby, because all she'll do is give you a bad check for it. She's trouble in a great big way, Garland, and you know it as well as I do.
Well, what do you want me to do? Apologize for meeting her?
I'll be satisfied if you tell me why you lied. Garland, Emily Braddock never went to that bar you were talking about earlier. You didn't drop her off there. No one there had even seen her. And she's the kind who could walk into the World Series with 50,000 other people around and still be noticed. Where is she now?
I don't know.
I won't buy that. Not from you. Now, let's try once more. Where is she? What did you do with her after you dropped the luggage off at the Beverly Glen Hotel? Where did you take her? She phoned you from her sister's house yesterday afternoon, didn't she? Right after I'd been here with Sergeant Pells. Garland, you should see that sister.
Ellen's in Santa Monica.
Where?
At a little hotel called El Tonquis. She's registered there as Evelyn Brady.
Where's your phone?
It's over there.
Operator.
Sheriff's office, please.
Thank you.
Dollar?
Yeah?
Dollar, could it be fixed so that she wouldn't know that I told you?
Could be.
All of this beats me. I don't understand it.
What?
Oh, what you've told me is true, I know, but an hour ago she called me up and said, Tom, I love you. That sounded true, too, huh? I told her I loved her, and now I'm turning her in. What kind of a crazy world do we live in?
20 minutes later, Sergeant Pells and I were in the rickety elevator in the El Tonquis Hotel, a place as dingy and old as the Spanish name it bore. A little different from the swank hotels where our suspect had lived so gaily. Pells was thinking of it, too.
Some joint this is.
Yeah. What was it, 518?
Yeah, it's down this way, I think. This one kind of harpooned you a little, huh?
Yeah, I suppose so. There are a lot worse things than passing bad checks and telling lies. But the way she handled it, no one even raised an eyebrow.
Yeah. I hear that.
Yes?
Emily Braddock?
Beg your pardon.
I said, is your name Emily Braddock?
You must have the wrong room. My name's Evelyn Brady.
Sorry, miss. You're the one we want.
I'll have to change into a dress.
I'll check the room. Excuse me.
What's this all about?
I think you already know.
I have no idea. What is it all about?
Bad checks.
There must be some mistake.
All right, miss. Go ahead and change. We'll wait out here.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. We'll have to keep this open a little bit.
Oh?
You can dress behind it if you want. If that doesn't suit you, well, we'll take you down like you are.
Thanks again.
2 windows on the outside, no ledge. Firelighters across the court.
Any luggage?
A little makeup kit. Bella?
Yeah?
Now that you've seen her, what do you think?
Well, I'm only human. Too bad she's a crook. Emily Braddock was held at the sheriff's office in Malibu. The officers who questioned her reported that she steadfastly refused to admit any part of some 16 counts that had been filed against her. I wasn't surprised to learn this, but I was surprised when she sent word that she'd like to see me before I left town.
Hi. Here you're about ready to beat it.
Uh-huh.
You're the one who talked to him, aren't you?
Talk to who?
Tommy Garland. He told you where I was, didn't he? Sure he did.
I thought you wanted to tell me something.
You thought wrong. The same as all these others around here. I'm not going to tell you or anybody else anything. Police are like hotel men. You figure out their little system and then you beat it.
If you say so. I don't have a lot of time.
We could be pretty good friends, you and I, if this hadn't come up. I mean, a drink or something together. We'd have looked nice.
Now, look, Emily.
You're the one who got him to tell where I was. And he asked you to fix it so I wouldn't know. Oh, yeah, Tommy would do that, I know. What I don't know is what you said to him. How did you get him to tell?
Is that all you're interested in?
It's not asking anything.
Well, I told him just what you are. A thief. A crook.
That sold him?
Well, he told me where to find you.
I guess it did. I must be slipping.
You slipped a long time ago. When you walked out on that sister of yours. When you thought you could talk and look your way into anything you wanted.
I didn't know I thought that, but if you say so. Whatever I've got, it's worked.
Has it? 2 years the last time. Whatever you get this time will be longer, no matter what you say or don't say.
I'm not in a courtroom yet. That's where it happens, not in a lousy jail. We'll see about that.
You're just as bad and just as dumb as the worst of them.
Any day you believe that. Like it says in the manual. When a woman suspect is to be interrogated, remember that the strongest appeal to her is in her family connections and moral outlook. Question her regarding these. Stinking cops. Just stinking cops. You never give up, do you?
Hardly ever.
Stinking cop.
Emily Braddock goes to trial next month. I won't be there, but 6 clients of Baltimore liability will be. Expense account item 5. Miscellaneous, $265. Item 6, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $738.32. Remarks. The next time I go after a check artist, I hope it isn't a good-looking woman who feels that there's no one in the world she can't dominate. This last one scared me, even if she was behind bars. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment, John Lund as...
Johnny Dollar.
Nelson Price, Johnny.
Oh, yes. How are you, Mr. Price?
Fine. Got a job for you. You'll have to go to the West Indies.
The West Indies?
Near Haiti, St. Ledger. Mr. Claude Sheldon holds a big policy with us. We insure him, his wife, and his farm. They've had a lot of trouble. It's going to cost us a lot of money, and we think an investigation is necessary. Come on down to the office, and I'll give you as much as I've got, Johnny.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For refreshing taste, plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. When your mouth and throat feel hot and dry, a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you quick, long-lasting refreshment. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The chewing itself helps keep your throat pleasantly moist. Best of all, you can chew and enjoy refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum almost any time and any place. Keep a package handy right in your purse or pocket so you can chew a stick whenever you want it. For refreshing taste, plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Millions enjoy it, and you will, too.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, International Insurance and Bonding Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the voodoo matter. Expense account item 1, $206.40, plane fare and incidentals from New York to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, after receiving from you the necessary information concerning the insured, Claude Sheldon. After landing, I checked into the hotel and waited for Claude Sheldon as prearranged. I waited for about an hour. Come in.
Mr. Dollar?
That's right. Mr. Sheldon?
Yes.
I've been expecting you. Claude Sheldon pushed himself away from the door, grabbed a chair and dropped into it, took in long, deep breaths and smiled a very slow, weak smile.
I would have been here sooner, but there's been more trouble.
More trouble, eh? Well, my company told me a little about it, but you better give me your own story.
Certainly. As you know, I am a farmer.
Yeah.
My place is near Saint-Léger. A number of other farms in the vicinity, all doing very well until several months ago. First it was fires. The cane fields burned. One by one the cattle became sick. Then some of the farmers grew ill and died.
Can I get you something?
Please. Some water, please.
Have you been to see a doctor?
I'm afraid a doctor can't help.
There you are.
Thank you.
Have you any idea what's wrong with you?
Yes and no. My Christian religion fights it, but my life on Haiti has taught me deep respect for it.
Respect for what, Mr. Sheldon?
Voodoo, Mr. Dollar. Oh, I know just what you're thinking. But a doctor in Haiti has examined me and my wife and the others. He can find nothing wrong.
Voodoo, Mr. Sheldon?
I don't expect you to understand. It's hard for me. Perhaps there is something else. I hope you can find out.
Well, I'm afraid I can't buy the voodoo theory, Mr. Sheldon.
There's one thing. Immediately after my wife and I became ill, I received an offer from my farm. A very low offer from a Saint-Léger banker. I investigated and found it had been made in the interests of one Arthur Cotswold.
Arthur Cotswold.
Haiti's biggest planter. Extremely wealthy.
Even after the sick cattle and the fires and everything?
Yes. That's why I became suspicious. The other farmers received similar offers.
More water?
Perhaps I don't think I... Mr. Dollar.
Mr. Sheldon. I called the hotel desk for a doctor, but by the time he'd gotten Sheldon to the hospital, the patient was dead. The authorities were called in, and I was questioned. A preliminary examination was made on the dead man, but the cause of death remained a mystery. So an autopsy was ordered. I told the chief of police to forward the report to me as Saint-Leger and left for the Sheldon farm. Expense account item 2, $5 American for a beaten-up taxi to take me 10 miles into the country. A crowd of natives was standing in front of the Sheldon house as we drove up. I didn't know what it was. No one said a word. But something was wrong. I could feel it. I walked through the crowd and up to the house and stopped cold as the door opened.
Who are you?
I'd never seen anything like him. A native who was a good 7 feet tall and must have weighed at least 300.
Me, Bimba. Who are you?
Me, I'm Johnny Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator.
You from United States?
Yeah. I'm supposed to investigate the trouble here.
Me know. Master Shelton tell me.
I saw Master Sheldon about an hour ago.
He dead.
How do you know he died?
You come in house.
All right. What are all those people doing out there?
They're friends. Madame, she die too.
Bimba led the way into the bedroom, where Mrs. Sheldon lay on the bed, covered with a fresh white sheet, her eyes closed in death, her face drawn and tired. Bimba told me that she died about an hour before, and a cold chill ran up my back. I remembered her husband lying on the floor of my hotel room about an hour before.
Bad voodoo.
Is that why the cattle are sick and the fields burned?
We, bad voodoo.
Mr. Sheldon thought a man named Cotswold might have something to do with it.
Mr. Cotswold, big man. Very powerful.
What are those drums?
For Madame and Master. The voodoo. Good voodoo. Give blessing for spirit. For Madame and Master.
I see. I want to talk to the police in Saint-Leger. Who do I see?
Me take you.
Right then, I inherited Bimba, and if there was going to be any trouble, the giant servant would certainly help to make up for any lack on my part. The first thing I wanted to do was to contact the authorities in Saint-Leger, and Bimba told me my man was Inspector Georges. Bimba saddled up 2 horses from the barn, and together we rode back to Saint-Leger. Bimba pointed out the inspector's office and waited in front while I went in.
Oui, Monsieur Dollar. The Sheldons were a very fine family. I knew them very well.
How did everybody know they were dead?
On Haiti, things of such nature are never a secret. The natives know. Voodoo? Being a stranger to Haiti, Monsieur Dollar, I expect you to be a skeptic.
But you're not?
Let us say I've been in Haiti too long to be one,
huh? You know a man named Cotswold?
I would suggest you forget Monsieur Cotswold.
Why?
Monsieur Cotswold is a very prominent man.
Yes, so I've heard.
He is the largest plantation owner in the West Indies, a self-made man with a considerable temper.
I'll mention it in my report to my office.
Eh bien, as you wish. But Monsieur Cotswold is looked upon by the people of Saint-Leger with a great deal of respect. It is my opinion that you should avoid him. First, because I am certain he will not be in sympathy with your motives, and second, because the opposition you will encounter will be far-reaching and much too difficult for you to handle.
What if I come up with something incriminating?
Oh, for your sake, I hope you do not.
Oh. What do you do here in Saint-Leger, Inspector?
I am the law, Monsieur Dollar.
But you wouldn't like it if this Cotswold were guilty of breaching that law?
If Monsieur Cotswold has broken the law, it would certainly be my duty to arrest him. But I am not considering the arrest, nor the necessary steps that would have to be taken to prove the guilt. Dangerous steps, Monsieur Dollar. One might trip on those steps.
And break his neck.
For 10 years I have been the law. If tomorrow Cotswold decided it was time for me to relinquish my position, I should probably retire.
So you prefer the middle of the road, huh?
It is much easier to see what is ahead.
You can always get run down from behind.
I do as much as I can to prevent that possibility. No, again, my suggestion that you forget Monsieur Cotswold.
I left the philosophical inspector and went back to Bimba, still sitting outside on his horse. Every time I looked at him, it was like a little kid spotting the Empire State Building for the first time. He smiled a mouthful of white teeth and leaned over to give me a hand up. He caught me by the wrist and lifted me into my saddle as though he was hoisting a small bundle of laundry.
The inspector. He say forget Mr. Cotswold.
What? Bimba.
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, forget it. What do you think I should do?
Me think you do what you want.
And you know what I want.
Oui. You want to go see Mr. Cotswold.
The inspector says I shouldn't.
You go anyway.
You think it's a mistake?
If you afraid. But you're not. You're not strong like Bimba, but you're a good fighter.
I don't like to fight, Bimba.
Bimba know that. We go see Mr. Cotswold.
We swung our horses around, and Bimba led the way up a long, narrow road, surrounded on both sides by sugarcane fields. Somewhere, from not too far away, I heard the drums start again. Bimba straightened in his saddle and looked off to the north. He began moving his shoulders, slowly keeping time to the steady rhythm of the drums. Then he began to sing softly. What does that mean, Bimba?
It mean in your language, it is our Papa who passes.
Papa?
Papa Damballa, the great source.
Voodoo.
Oui. I later must leave you. Today, Wednesday, is the day of Papa Damballa.
He turned back to the north and continued his little chant until we reached the beginning of a long, high fence running along next to the narrow road. Bimba leaned down and swung open a big gate. Then we rode up the path that led through the Cotswold property until we reached the house. Sitting back between two huge trees was the Cotswold mansion. Bimba stayed on his horse, and I climbed down and walked to the front door.
Mr. Dalla, watch out for Mr. Jocelyn. He guard Mr. Cotswold.
Thanks.
What do you want?
I'd like to see Mr. Cotswold.
You do, huh? What are you doing here, Bimba?
I wait for Monsieur.
Found himself a new governor, huh? You must be that dollar fella.
I must be.
Well, come in. Mr. Cotswold's been expecting you.
Jocelyn wasn't a very small man himself. Looked as though he was capable of handling just about any situation that might come up. He led the way into a large paneled study, and I met Arthur Cotswold. The drums had stopped.
I know why you're here, Mr. Dollar.
Well, then that should make it a lot easier for both of us.
For some reason, the farmers are suspicious. Their fear is divided between me and Voodoo. Sheldon convinced some that I might be responsible.
And of course you're not.
Of course.
Sheldon thought you might want to get control of the other farms in Saint-Leger.
I simply tried to help them. With their cattle sick and their crops gone, I had my banker make them an offer.
What would you want with sick cattle?
I could use the land.
Do you think the cattle will get better and the crops won't fail if you control the land?
I intend to do away with the sick cattle. I have no use for the crops.
Have any of your cattle been affected?
None.
That's pretty strange.
Haiti is a strange land. And on this point, I would most certainly give you advice. Go home, Mr. Dollar. Leave well enough alone.
Well enough is pretty bad, the way I see it, Mr. Cotswold. And I'll leave after I've gotten a few answers.
Mr. Dollar, I am not a patient man. I've gone out of my way to give you some healthy advice. Heed it For your sake.
I won't forget it for a minute.
You persist in this investigation?
I get paid to persist, Mr. Cotswold.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I left Arthur Cotswold, picked up Bimba, and he led me back to town. On the way, I got an idea. When we arrived in town, I sent Bimba back to the Sheldon farm. Then I went in to talk to Inspector Georges. The inspector had received a wire from the authorities in Port-au-Prince concerning the autopsy on Sheldon.
I had no idea the authorities in Port-au-Prince were interested in this affair.
May I see that?
Oh, mais certainement.
Wow. Here's something pretty interesting, Inspector. Mr. Sheldon died of a disease known as brucellosis, commonly known in cattle as Bang's disease.
I read the account.
Ever heard of brucellosis, Inspector?
I'm not a medical man, Monsieur Dollar.
Undulant fever. Sheldon and his wife probably caught it from their sick cattle.
Very bien, then you have solved the mystery.
No, not quite. I want to find out why all the cattle belonging to the small farmers got sick and not the ones belonging to Mr. Cotswold.
What do you intend to do?
I think those cattle were infected and the cane fields burned deliberately. If the cattle were infected, there might be some of the brucellosis still around, and I'm going to find it. And I think you'd better issue a search warrant and come with me.
Ah, no, Monsieur Dollar. The middle of the road, remember?
I think you'd better start modifying your policy, Inspector. Unless you want me to get in touch with Port-au-Prince and ask that you be held as a material witness in a murder case.
I will issue the warrant.
I kind of thought you would.
Oui, I will issue it, but you certainly don't think it will be able enough to get you into that house.
No, but it'll make it legal. I sent Bimba back to collect some of his friends. They're going to help us get into that house, Inspector.
Oh, I will take no part in violence.
They won't even be with us. It'll be easy to search the Cotswold place if Cotswold was out fighting a fire.
A fire?
Oh, just a harmless fire. But far enough away so that Cotswold will think it's his cane fields.
Well, I don't agree with such methods, Monsieur Dollar, but as long as it's a harmless fire, I will issue the warrant.
Well, welcome back to the gutter, Inspector. The view isn't much, but you can't miss where you're going. When we reached the Sheldon farm, we saw a crowd of natives standing out in front. Again, something was wrong. We piled out, pushed our way through the crowd, and inside the house we found what it was. Lying in the middle of the room was Bimba. He was almost dead when I knelt beside him.
I talked to friends. They light fire for you.
Thanks.
Now I go to Baron Samter. Dambalo way to take me.
He has been stabbed?
Yeah. Got him from behind. Never would have faced him.
You stay. You see, wait till Lena tete your mort.
See what?
It's a ritual. It means taking the spirit from the head of the dead. He wants you to see it.
You stay. You believe voodoo.
All right, Bimba. I'll stay.
You see. Believe.
Bimba.
No. He is dead.
The next few hours I'll never forget. The natives came into the house and placed Bimba on a bench. Then the ceremony began. They carried live pigeons, olive oil, 30 pieces of fat pine wood, a pair of chickens, and some coarse cornmeal. They covered Bimba's body with a saddle blanket, killed the chickens, roasted the cornmeal, and put it in a large white plate. The pine wood slivers were lighted and held like candles. Then a man they called Donet took the white plate in one hand and the pot with the chicken in the other and approached the fire, chanting a strange dirge.
Un enfant riquetant, son body voquinant, sur l'on dit qu'il mettra prix, quenin tous les morts. Un enfant riquetant!
Then, as Donet finished the last line of the chant, the body of Bimba sat straight up with straining eyes, bowed its head, and fell back. The inspector and I drove over to Cotswold's house and waited while the moon climbed up over the clouds and the drums in the distance tangled my nerves into knots. After an hour of waiting, a dull glow to the south started the expected commotion in the Cotswold household, and we climbed out of the car.
Fire, Mr. Cotswold! The killing field! Come on, get the servants, get everyone out there to fight that fire! Hey!
It worked. Yeah. Give him a few minutes and we'll go into the house. Now. The inspector and I took the Cotswold house apart like a well-trained wrecking crew and came up with exactly nothing.
Well, Monsieur Dollard?
Isn't there a barn out back?
Oui.
Then let's go. The drums were louder now, and the dull glow of the fire had nearly vanished. The inspector took one end of the barn, and I took the other. We worked toward each other. And just about the time I was ready to give the whole thing up...
Monsieur Dollard.
You find something?
This.
Huh. A hypodermic for cattle. That's not enough.
And this, I found it under that box.
A bottle. Might not be anything.
But we could take it back to town and have it analyzed.
Well, that's about all we can do. This is the only thing we've got. Let's go.
I'm afraid not. Stand right where you are.
Hello, Mr. Cotswold. You know the inspector, don't you?
For a number of years. I must say I didn't expect this of him.
I have a search warrant, Monsieur Cotswold.
How very interesting. See if they have any weapons, Johnson. Right?
I assure you we are well within our rights. This warrant is...
Shut up and raise your hands.
Better do as he says.
A commendable suggestion, Mr. Dollar. But I'm afraid you've learned prudence a little too late.
I never argue with a gun.
They both got guns, Mr. Cotswold.
You're making a serious mistake.
I'm afraid the mistake is yours, and Mr. Dollar's, Inspector. Get the bottle and the hypodermic.
Yes, sir.
Is that the stuff you've been infecting the cattle with?
It is. You see, you really should have taken my advice and returned to the States. And I'm surprised at you, Inspector. I really thought you were more sensible.
Sometimes a man finds his pride and does the best thing.
And this is the best thing.
Perhaps it sounds foolish, but I think it is.
You know, of course, that I cannot allow either of you to live.
Tell me something. Who killed Bimba?
I think Jocelyn can answer that. But enough conversation. I'll leave the details in your hands.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
All right, start walking.
Jocelyn, you won't...
Shut up. Now do what I tell you and start walking.
Huh? The drums have stopped.
Just keep moving right out the gate.
What about the drums? What does it mean?
I don't know.
Mr. Cotswold! All right, both of you, start running for that house. Go on.
We ran into the house with Jocelyn right behind us. He ordered us to go ahead of him and into the dark study. And that's where we found Cotswold, stretched out on the floor, his dead eyes staring up at us, his mouth open in a soundless scream. His neck had been broken.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Who's here?
Monsieur Dollard.
Who is it? Who's in this room? No! No! Get away from me, you're dead!
You won't believe it, and to this day I'm still not sure. But there in the darkness was a huge man, and he looked exactly like Bimba. Jocelyn shot him 6 times, and he kept right on coming. Then he grabbed Jocelyn and crushed him like an eggshell. By the time we'd collected our wits, the giant had disappeared through the door and into the night.
Monsieur Dollard.
I think I'll sit down.
Was it Bimba?
I don't know. I don't want to know anything. I just want to get on the first plane back to the States and relax for a week in a tub of hot mud. Well, there it is. It certainly looked like Bimba. If you're inclined to believe in voodoo, perhaps it was. I talked to some of the natives before I left, and it didn't seem unusual to them. Cotswold was a bad man, and Bimba had come back from the dead to avenge his people. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling it to you just the way I saw it. Or am I? Well, anyway, it's the inspector's problem. Expense account items 3 and 4, $250. Hotel bill, plane fare, and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $461.40. If you want any more information, you can contact me at the Greenbrier Rest Home. I'll be the third mud pie from the left. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Inspector Trabert returning your call, sir.
Oh, yes, Inspector. Thanks very much. I wonder when I could talk with you about the Hannibal Murphy death.
Why, it's your pleasure, sir. Do I understand you've come all the way from the States?
Yes. The news broke yesterday, and his insurance company thought I'd better. The reports weren't quite clear on whether or not it was accidental.
Then you haven't heard.
Only that he somehow fell off a cliff.
Oh, then I hope you'll pardon my being a bit nonplussed at your timely arrival. Mr. Murphy's death was definitely not accidental. Examination this morning revealed a bullet wound in his head.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Plymouth Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Hannibal Murphy matter. Expense account item 1, $264.80, airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Kingston, island of Jamaica. After checking into the Myrtle Bank Hotel and reporting by phone to the British Constabulary, I went over late that morning and met the officer in charge.
Well, Mr. Dollar, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Inspector Trabert.
Although news of the death of one of your countrymen is hardly the kind of invitation I should like to send.
If it hadn't been Mr. Murphy, I probably would have been invited to a murder someplace else. It's a popular pastime. What do you know about the Murphys, Inspector? I understand he's survived by a widow.
Yeah, there's a brother also, Paul Murphy, and a stepdaughter, Felice.
Oh, I didn't know about them. You mean they're all here in Kingston?
Yes, the brother has lived here for the past 2 years, has a cottage just outside town. The deceased and his family were visiting him. They'd been here for 2 months.
Anyone else?
2 servants, an old cook and a young man who has rather general duties.
Do you have any kind of a theory, Inspector?
Since the fact of the murder was proved only this morning, no. Except that it was murder, the position of the wound on the head rules out suicide.
Any suspicions, then?
No, none that I wish to voice at the moment. Perhaps you'd like to visit the scene of the crime, or rather the point from which the body fell into the sea.
Thanks, Inspector, I would. Like most British police officers, he was playing it close to the vest. But on the way, he did let me know that he considered the Murphys, including the surviving brother, to be people who had been spoiled by too much money, were completely selfish, and quite possibly could be hated by a number of people. After a drive of a few minutes, we left the car and crossed through a strip of shaded parkway to a bridle path that paralleled the cliff some 100 feet in height. At the bottom, breakers piled in against a jumble of coral and rocks.
Here we are. We roped the section off in case we might learn something from the marks, though I doubt we will. There, you see, on the edge, the torn earth and the broken branches.
Yeah. His body was found below.
Yes, it was discovered by a young islander who was searching for shellfish at an early morning low tide.
You said the Murphy cottage wasn't far away. Can you see it from here?
No, it's beyond the trees there. The path turns inland before it reaches the grove.
Does this cliff run near their place?
Yes. I believe so that you and I share a common bewilderment.
Well, if his killer met him here, why shoot him if he could have been pushed over the cliff and killed that way, huh?
Precisely. We should have had a devil of a time proving it was murder at all.
Unless the killer wasn't strong enough to get him over while he was alive. Like a woman.
A possibility that does present itself, doesn't it? Yet, if he'd been shot and fallen here, then dragged to the edge, there would have been signs, but there are none. No bloodstains, nothing.
Yeah.
So, unless he was shot somewhere else and carried here, we must visualize the victim and the killer standing side by side on the sheer edge of the precipice, gazing out to sea a moment before the shot was fired.
Can we go to the house now?
I had planned to wait until I had a more complete report from ballistics, but please feel free to pay them a visit if you wish to.
Thanks, Inspector. I should let them know I'm here.
Very good. Come along. I'll drop you by.
The theory that Murphy was shot someplace else had holes in it, too. If the idea was to dispose of the body, why dump it so close to his home? The mail servant answered my knock, told me Mrs. Murphy was resting, and left me on the veranda while he went to find out if she'd see me. A few seconds after he'd gone, I met another member of the household, the daughter. Plain girl with short hair, gangling figure, and troubled eyes.
Matt, wouldn't he let you in?
He thought I'd better wait out here.
What do you want?
I came to see Mrs. Murphy.
About what happened?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
My name is Felice. I'm her daughter. I can let you in.
Oh, thanks.
You're an American, aren't you?
That's right. My name is Dollar.
You've come here because of what happened to my stepfather. Why did you?
I was sent by his insurance company in the States.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Suppose he left a lot. He always did everything so handsomely. It wasn't an accident, you know. He was murdered. Somebody shot him.
Yes, I know that.
I suppose that there'll be all sorts of trouble now. Police will come and ask all kinds of questions.
Well, things like this are never pleasant. Are you worried about answering questions?
Of course not. Why should I be?
It's just the way you mentioned it.
Well, I'm not. I'll tell them everything I know and everything I thought about him. I'm not ashamed. Philippe. I had a right to hate him. Philippe, stop it. Stop talking that way. It's true and you're not. Every awful thing that ever happened to me is his fault. He was filthy rotten. Stop it. Go to your room. All right, I'll go. But you won't be able to send me away when the police come. I'll tell them. Get out of here. Yes, Mother. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. She really doesn't mean what she says. I'm terribly sorry.
You don't have to be, Mrs. Murphy.
But an outburst like that to a perfect stranger, I don't know what you must think.
I think she's a pretty upset young woman.
But she has no right to be. She's been an extremely difficult child. I don't know what else to say to you. I'm terribly ashamed for her. Now, would you come into the drawing room?
Thank you.
Please, sit down. You are an insurance investigator, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, and if you feel up to it, I'd like to get as clear a picture as I can of what happened the night your husband was killed.
I imagine that I shall have to put up with it, shan't I?
Sooner or later, yes. It probably would have been easier if your husband's brother were here to take part of the responsibility.
Oh, he went to make arrangements for flying my husband home. I'm not sure when he'll be back, but I'll help all I can.
All right. First, Mrs. Murphy, do you have any idea who could have killed your husband?
Not the faintest idea, Mr. Dollar.
You'd been here in Kingston for 2 months. Is that right?
Yes.
Could your husband have made any enemies during that time? Did he mention anything like that?
No, he mentioned nothing. We've been about very little. We only met a few people. Some of Paul's friends. But he couldn't have made any enemies.
Who was here the other night?
No one but Hannibal and Paul and Felice and I. And the servants, of course.
Did your husband leave the house?
Yes, of course he did. It's quite a strange question, Mr. Dollar, considering where he was found.
I'm sorry. Why did he leave?
Paul said he was going to take a walk. He was in the house when I went to my room.
What time was that?
It was past 10.
Paul retired a short time later, and he remembered that Hannibal said he wasn't sleepy. Perhaps he would take a walk.
I take it your daughter had gone to bed, too.
Yes.
Do you mind if I talk to her now?
Oh, I'd rather you didn't.
Why?
Do you suspect her?
I didn't say that. Do you?
Of course not. Mother would hardly suspect her own daughter.
Why don't you want me to talk to her?
Because she's a poor, unbalanced girl who's filled with warped hates and misunderstanding. She'll say dreadful things about Hannibal. And about me. Things that are absolutely not true.
She'll have to be questioned, Mrs. Murphy.
Of course, I realize that. Well, there's nothing more I can say. I'll show you to her room.
But Felice wasn't in her room. I found her waiting for me on the bridle trail along the cliff. She'd been crying.
I heard you say you were an investigator, and I wanted to talk to you again. I knew I couldn't in the house, so I waited here.
Glad you did.
I don't know what's the matter with me. I shouldn't have said what I did. I meant it when I said it. No, I don't.
I don't think I know quite what you mean.
I'm awfully mixed up. The doctor tried to explain it to me. When my real father died, my mother was all I had. And when he came along, I thought he was stealing her from me. I thought I didn't have anything anymore.
How long ago was that?
It's been 3 years. I was 14 when they went. But he did take her away. They chucked me into an old school and went off on a trip. I know he didn't do it just to hurt me. But at night it would seem to me that he did. I tried to get over it, but I never could. That's why I'm glad he's dead.
It's not a very wise thing to say, Felice.
I can't help it.
Do you have anything else you wanted to tell me?
No. I wanted to explain why I acted the way I did in the house. I don't suppose you understand.
Part of it, I think I do. Quite a few children have to adjust themselves to step-parents these days. It's tough, and some do it better than others.
I haven't done it well at all. Now I won't have to try anymore. I am sorry for the way I acted. I want to help you every way I can.
How do you think you can help me?
I'm not sure yet. But when I am, I'll let you know.
All right, Felice. I'll be talking to you again. I didn't know then what this strange, mixed-up girl was driving at. I got the impression that she wanted to talk more than she had, but I was fairly sure the way to bring it out was to wait rather than press it too hard. I checked in with Inspector Traylor, and his reactions were about the same as mine. On the strength of them, he called Paul Murphy into his office that afternoon.
The last time I saw him was when I went to bed. We'd had a drink together, and he said he wasn't sleepy and thought he might take a walk.
Do you know how long after that he might have left the house?
No, I'm sorry, I don't. I was dead tired. I went right to sleep.
Was he in the habit of taking walks at night?
Sometimes, yeah.
But you didn't hear a shot?
No, I didn't hear anything.
How much time passed, would you say, between the time you left him and the time you were asleep?
Oh, not more than 15 minutes, Inspector.
Then he could not have left the house before, say, 11:15.
Yes, that'd be about it.
And you're sure he didn't say anything about meeting anyone?
He simply said he might take a walk. I'm not quite sure that I understand the importance of these questions.
The importance, sir, is this. Your brother was killed by a .25 caliber pistol fired at quite close range. I'm afraid we must assume that if he did not meet anyone, somebody either accompanied him or followed him.
You mean you suspect someone in my house?
We are only stating the facts. Someone was with your brother. We've ruled out the possibility of a robbery motive, since both you and the widow have stated that none of his personal effects are missing.
You can see how the thing narrows down, Mr. Murphy?
Yes, I can. I don't know what to say.
Do you mean that you suspect someone?
No, I don't.
If you do, Mr. Murphy, it would be to your advantage to come out with it.
I'm afraid the duty of making accusations is yours, not mine.
A commendable statement, sir, as long as you don't mean that you're withholding information.
I'm not. I have no information at all.
Very well, Mr. Murphy, you may go.
When Paul Murphy left, we both felt that he, too, was holding back, that it would be a long time before he offered any information. But we were only half right. He phoned the office a few minutes after he had reached home.
Yes? Have you called in your own doctor? Dr. Drummond, yes, I know him. We'll send one immediately and come out ourselves. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Murphy. Well, the stepdaughter attempted suicide.
How serious?
Mr. Murphy was quite beside himself, and it was hard to know.
What did she do?
Slashed her wrists, a method that is really successful. But the question is, why did she do it?
We will return you to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Later this evening, the gangbusters give a graphic illustration of what happens when the police hunt a criminal who is a perfectionist. When a gang leader leaves no stone unturned to commit the perfect crime, there's a rough manhunt ahead for the police. Here are the exciting developments when you tune in Gangbusters later this evening on most of these same CBS radio stations. Now, with our star Edmund O'Brien, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Inspector Traber and I went right out to the Murphy residence, but were held back from Felice's room by both a private and an official physician. The latter was the last to leave her room.
Well, Doctor, how is she?
You can see her now. As you might expect, she's in a highly emotional state.
Yes. Oh, this is Mr. Dollar, Dr. Gurley.
How do you do, sir?
Dr. Gurley, is she going to be all right?
Oh, yes, I think so. You didn't do a very good job of it. I think she needs a good psychiatrist. A very good one.
She's evidently needed one for a long time. She say anything to you?
No, nothing specific. Only that she hates everyone. Well, I wish you luck, gentlemen. I've got to run.
Thank you, Gurley.
Bye, Doctor.
Good day.
Well.
Yeah.
Miss Murphy, we've been told we could see you.
Don't call me Miss Murphy. That's not my name, and it never has been.
Hello, Felice.
Hello, Mr. Dollar. Who's he?
You remember me, Inspector Traber. I spoke to you yesterday.
I hardly remember yesterday. I hardly remember anything I don't want to. I want to forget.
What do you want to forget?
Everything. My whole life. It's been a waste. Nothing's been right. I hate her.
Please, miss.
I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth.
What is the truth?
They killed him. My mother and Paul. I saw it all happening.
You were a witness to the killing?
I saw what was happening here. I saw what was happening in England last summer. First, I was glad. I thought he'd go away and I'd never see him again.
Felice.
Then we came here, and I knew it. If it weren't him, it would be somebody else. I knew it would never stop.
Felice, hold it. Slow down.
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific, young lady. Do you mean that the marriage between your mother and stepfather was not a happy one?
It started last summer in England. She was getting tired of him. I heard them fighting and calling one another names. They tried to hide it from me because they knew it would make me happy. But I heard them. She wanted to divorce him, and he wouldn't let her.
What happened the other night, Felice?
I knew what was happening here, too. I heard them arguing the other night after they sent me to my room. Then I heard Mother go to her room. Then they left the house.
Your stepfather and Paul left the house?
Did you see them leave?
Yes. And then I heard the shot.
What time did you hear it? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. It was 11:15. I remember because I was lying in bed, awake. And when I heard it, I sat up and I turned on my lamp. And I looked at the clock. Then I turned the lamp off again and went to the window. And in a little while, I saw Paul come back alone.
Why haven't you told us this before, Felice?
I don't know. It was awfully mixed up. She's my mother. At first, I thought I should protect her. Then I thought of everything she'd done to me. She never wanted me. She threw me away. She's never been a real mother. I've always hated her. That's why I'm telling you. Because I hate her and I want her to be punished for everything.
I shall expect you to repeat this in the form of a sworn statement, Miss Felice.
I will, but you've got to take me away from here now. I can't stay here, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what they'll do.
The girl was moved to the police hospital and later that day repeated her statement under oath. At about the time she was doing that, There was another development. Inspector Trabert received a call from the proprietor of a second-hand shop that specialized in fishing tackle and guns.
After you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Are you Mr. Innes?
I am.
Inspector Trabert.
Oh, I thought you were police when you came in.
This is Mr. Dollar, an American investigator.
How'd you do, sir?
I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Innes. We want to thank you for phoning about the gun.
Well, I thought it was my duty. I've been reading about the murder, and when this chap came in here to sell me a pistol what was the same caliber as the missing weapon, I said to myself, you up to the phone and tell the police.
Could we see the pistol, please?
I've got it right here behind the case. Here we are.
Wait a moment. Have you handled it much?
Handle it? Of course I've handled it. I had to look it over before I paid him for it.
If this is the murder weapon, I'd like to protect any fingerprints that might remain. Let me pick it up. A Webley, Mr. Dollar.
And it's been in England. Would you recognize the man who brought it in, Mr. Innes?
I think so. There's not much trade in guns here, you know. Fishing gear, mostly. I think this is the first gun I've bought in 6 months. Yes, I'd remember him.
Would you describe him, Mr. Innes?
I'll try. He was about my size, I'd say. A little heavier. He had what you'd call brown hair. He was tan.
Is he English or American?
He was English as I am.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Innes. It's possible you may be called upon for identification.
Happy to oblige, Inspector. But what about the money? I paid £4 for that pistol.
In view of Felice's sworn statement, Inspector Trabert was forced to make an arrest. So for the last time, we returned to the Murphy residence.
And I shall have to remind you that anything you say may be held in evidence against you.
You mean that you're arresting us for Hannibal's murder?
There's nothing else I can do, sir. I have a statement given under oath to the effect that you and the deceased left this house together the night of the murder.
That's not true.
That the sound of a shot was heard and that you were then seen returning to this house alone.
That isn't true.
There's not one word of truth in it. I didn't leave the house with him.
Can you prove that, Mr. Murphy?
Why, Alice, you know I didn't leave, don't you?
Of course he didn't.
Can you prove it, Mrs. Murphy? I understood you to say you were in your room, that you went to sleep immediately and heard nothing.
My daughter made that statement, didn't she?
Under oath and before witnesses.
But she lied. I told you she would, Mr. Dollar. She'd do anything to hurt me. You've got to believe that.
Alice, wait. What did she say was my reason for killing my own brother?
Because of your love for his wife.
Oh, she's insane. How can you believe these things? You're men of intelligence.
We're men who are used to working with evidence. A sworn statement is admissible evidence unless it can be proved false. Neither one of you seem to be able to do that.
Paul!
I don't think we better say any more until we've legal counsel.
No, I won't let her do this to me. We can't, Paul. I think she killed him. She hated him. She's the only one in the house that had reason to kill him.
No good, Alice. What are you going to do with this, Inspector?
I shall have to take you to jail. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't.
Will you give us a few minutes to get ready?
Of course.
Come on, Alice.
Oh, you can't.
Go get your things. Everything will be all right.
What do you think, Inspector?
Well, to be quite honest, I'm not sure, but I know my duty as a policeman. The strength of that statement and their innocence or guilt are up to the courts to decide.
Less formally, though, it's a pretty frightening thing to think of. If that girl, in her mental frame of mind, could suddenly decide that she was a witness, make a sworn statement, and bring all this down on two innocent people.
Yes, I know, but the fact remains that they have absolutely nothing to say in their own defense. I've got to arrest them.
The widow and Paul Murphy were taken in, and I couldn't get out of my mind the strength of the case against them as far as the Crown went. A strength built on the fact that there was no evidence and were no witnesses to refute Felice's statement. I suppose that as far as the insurance angle went, my job was done. But after I left Inspector Trabert, I went to the hospital to see the girl again.
Hello, Mr. Dollar.
How are you feeling?
I feel awfully lonely. They arrest Mother and Paul.
Yeah.
Then I'm all alone. She'll never want me back now, no matter what happens. She never wanted me anyway. I'm glad I did it.
If you told the truth, you have nothing to worry about.
What do you mean? I've nothing to worry about.
I mean, if you told the truth, you did the right thing. But if you didn't, you've done one of the worst things anyone could do.
Of course I told the truth. You believe me, don't you?
That doesn't make any difference. The inspector did.
But you do, don't you? You don't think I was lying, do you?
I hope not.
You think I could make it all up? You think I could do a thing like that?
I hope not.
I couldn't. I know what you're thinking. I told you how I hated her and how I hated him. But I could never say the things I said if they weren't true. I could never do a thing like that.
How did you happen to see the two men leave the house together? You never really explained that.
I was looking out the window.
I thought you were in bed.
Not then.
You saw them leave, then went to bed, then you heard the shot, then you got up again and went back to the window?
Yes, that's right.
Was your light on when you saw them leave?
No.
But you turned it on when you heard the shot?
Yes.
Then you turned it off and got out of bed and went back to the window?
Yes.
And who did you see?
I told you, Paul.
You were sure it was Paul?
Yes, I was sure.
Why were you sure?
I saw him.
Why were you sure it was Paul? Why didn't you think it was your stepfather?
I knew it was Paul. Because I had a feeling that something was going to happen. Don't ask me any more questions.
You better get used to them. The defense attorney is going to be asking the same kind if this gets into the courts. Well, I won't bother you anymore, Felice. I guess you're tired.
You don't believe me, do you?
I told you. Doesn't make any difference. As I mentioned, the matter was out of my hands by that time, and I was sort of 50-50 on believing the girl. I made my plane reservations on my way back to the hotel, but when I asked for my key, I got instead a message to phone Inspector Trabert. When I did, he told me, A, that the .25 caliber Webley from the shop was the murder gun, and B, that some prints on it had checked to a known criminal who had confessed the shooting. He asked me if I wanted to come over.
It's an incredible turn of events. Raises perfect hob with the girl's statement, in any case we thought to build from it. Yet on the other hand... Oh, here. I should like to have you meet Mr. Roy Church.
What are you doing back, copper? You beat it out of me, so now you've got it.
You dropped quite a bombshell into this, Mr. Church.
Tell Mr. Dollar in your own words how you came to kill Mr. Murphy.
Why should I? You've told him, haven't you?
No, I doubted he would believe me.
I'd like to hear, Church.
His ruddy brother said he was going to pay me to do it.
Paul Murphy?
Yes. Promised me £500, he did. Paid me 100, and I waited 2 blinking weeks on that clip for his brother to take his walk. Then I got welched by the dirty beggar. That's why I had to sell the pistol.
Tell him why, Mr. Church.
I was supposed to take this here Murphy's wallet to make it look like robbery. But he fell over the cliff when I shot him, and I couldn't reach him.
That'll be all, Mr. Church. Thank you very much.
Think nothing of it.
Well, Mr. Dollar?
Well, this means there isn't a word of truth in that signed statement, except that maybe she heard the shot. She didn't see the men leave the house or Paul back. She didn't know anything.
Yes, a rather spiteful statement, but fortunately true in content. They did have the man killed. I don't know what to do about that girl. What would you do?
Well, luckily, I can leave the whole mess in your hands, Inspector. I wish you'd come up and work a nice, simple Hartford murder with me sometime. Do you good. Expense account item 2, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Item 3, miscellaneous expenses, $204.80. Expense account total, $734.40. Remarks? I can't help wondering what would have happened if Felice's sworn statement had been entirely false and the widow and Paul entirely innocent. I wonder if they would have been hanged anyway. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien can soon be seen starring in the Paramount Pictures Technicolor production, Silver City. Featured in tonight's cast were Eric Snowden, Virginia Gregg, Jeanette Nolan, Ben Wright, Charles Davis, and Dan O'Hurley. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle.
This is Dan Cubberly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Lovers of fine music are already familiar with the strong, melodious voices of the Choraleers on CBS Radio. This is to remind our many Sunday night Choraleers listeners that this excellent choral group will be heard at a new, earlier time on most of these stations starting tomorrow. Stay tuned now for the Vaughn Monroe Show, which follows immediately on most of these same stations. And remember, those lovable rascals Amos and Andy are here every Sunday on the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
We're ready on your call to Boston. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes?
Mr. Semplin?
Yes, but I don't believe I remember you, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, we've never met. Your company hired me here in Hartford to investigate the Jean Maxwell death.
Oh? It's odd that they didn't advise me.
Oh, they probably will. I called you to find out the name of the officer in the charge of the case, if you could give it to me.
But it's a, Lieutenant DeRosa.
DeRosa, huh? Do you happen to know what their theory is, if any?
Theory? Well, I don't think they've arrived at a definite theory.
Still a toss-up between murder and suicide, huh? Okay, Mr. Semplin. I'll be in touch.
John Lund in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Corinthian Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jean Maxwell matter. Expense account item 1, $175. Phone call to Boston advising your manager there of my assignment. Item 2, $28. Car rental and mileage for my Hartford apartment to Police Headquarters, Boston.
What's the matter, Dollar? Don't you trust us?
It's not up to me to distrust you, Lieutenant. But these insurance people get uneasy when there's a choice between suicide and murder. Unless the murder motive is the policy.
And you don't think there's a chance of that?
Well, I wouldn't say definitely not, but the Maxwell girl made her mother her beneficiary. And her mother's an invalid in a rest home.
Did you know the mother had taken up with an old flame?
No, I didn't.
Goes to see her a couple, 3 times a week. Crazier things have happened. I'll get the file. Sit down. This is all we've got so far, pending coroner's inquest and autopsy report. Here's a photo of where she was found.
Huh. Shallow water. That's the bridge?
Yeah, she was lying right about there. But I don't think you have to worry about suicide, Dollar. As far as I'm concerned, it wasn't.
I'll buy that, too. Wouldn't say this bridge is a suicide type. It's too low.
Yeah, and there's another thing. I've been on the force for more years than I like to count. I've run into my share of suicides. Never known a woman to do it this way without taking off her coat.
Oh?
Usually shoes, too. I've learned that's part of a generally accepted pattern.
The Maxwell girl didn't fit the pattern.
And here's the way she looked. Coat on, belt still tied, shoes. Purse is missing. Searching the stream for it.
How old was she?
21.
She was a beautiful girl.
I noticed that. I'm trying not to, but with her I couldn't help it.
How much questioning have you done, Lieutenant?
Not much. Or rather, not as much as we'll do after the inquest.
When'll that be?
The day after tomorrow. You want anything more here?
Well, thanks, Lieutenant. I'll check with you later.
I drove out to the stream where they'd found the girl's body, and there I chalked up another point against her death being a suicide. The bridge from which she had dropped was a good 4 miles from town. Boston had better bridges to offer within the city limits. I followed the riverbank and found the approximate spot from which the police photograph had been snapped. On the assumption that she'd been brought there in a car, the placement of her body in relation to the 2 lanes on the bridge made it look as if the car was going toward Boston and not away from it. 5 minutes later, I was heading the same way.
Hello?
Miss Mary O'Neill?
Yeah.
The manager suggested I come up. He told me you shared this apartment with Jean Maxwell.
That's right. Who are you?
Well, my name is Dollar. I'm from her insurance company. I'd like to talk to you about her if I could.
Well, I suppose so, but there's nothing I can do now. This is the biggest shock I ever had. I always said there'd be trouble, but I never thought she'd do anything like this.
Maybe she didn't.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, there are signs that say maybe she didn't commit suicide.
There are?
You think she had any reason to?
That's what I said. I never thought she would. Oh, sit down. Any place.
Thanks. Did you say you expected trouble?
Yeah. I kept telling her. It was the way she went. Like she couldn't live fast enough. Like there wasn't enough time to get everything done. And she'd been like that ever since she got rid of... her mother went into that hospital. Jean was all tied down taking care of her before.
What could have caused trouble?
Well, I'm not saying she was wrong or anything. But there were too many men.
Do you mind telling me who they are?
I don't know. Only about one, Harold Corey. He's gone with her the longest. He's a big blonde truck driver.
Harold Corey.
He drives for the Seaboard Trucking Company. Sometimes he goes way out to the West Coast, and while he was gone, Jean didn't stay home and catch up on her reading, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I do.
Out with a different guy almost every night. I didn't pry, but she'd never tell me who they were. You think somebody killed her, don't you?
Would you help me try to find out?
What could I do?
Well, you didn't want to pry, but I get paid to. I'd like to look at her things.
I suppose it's my duty, sort of, isn't it?
In a way, yeah, but I can't force you to.
Oh, I know it's the thing to do. Some of her drawers are locked, but I'll show you what I can.
I started on the locked dresser drawers. They gave up and opened after a brief struggle, but contained on the whole things that might normally be locked up because of their value. Imported perfumes, expensive lingerie, and some jewelry. Only thing that looked as if it might have been hidden for the sake of secrecy was under the jewel box. It was a gold house key with a heart-shaped bow.
I never saw that before. Never saw the perfume before either, but I smelled it.
That's a few $100 worth of scent. And the rest of it there. Was Jean used to such expensive things?
Not that I knew about. Harold Corey sure couldn't shell out that kind of money. And that heart-shaped key. That's cozy.
I'd like to keep it if I could.
Oh, I don't know about that. After all, it isn't mine. I might get into trouble.
Oh, you won't, I promise you. I'm working with the police on this thing. I want to find out where it was made, if I can, and who ordered it.
Oh, I get it. Sure, I wouldn't stop you from doing that. Even if I could.
A phone call to the Seaboard Trucking Company gave me the information that Harold Corey was out on a run to Philadelphia, but was expected about 3 in the morning. Expense account item 3, $7. Drinks and dinner after I checked into the Bristol Hotel. Item 4, $1. Phone call to Jean Maxwell's employer. Edward Hollis was at home and would see me.
Come into the living room, Mr. Dollar. You may as well be comfortable.
It's nice of you to see me, Mr. Hollis. I thought it would be better to do it this way rather than bother you at work.
Of course, and I appreciate it. The atmosphere at the office has been gloomy enough. Oh, this is Mrs. Hollis, Mr. Dollar.
Well, how do you do?
Quite well, thank you. I didn't know the poor girl, but it's a dreadful thing.
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
I simply don't understand. A young girl like that with everything to live for.
May even be worse than that.
Worse? How could it be worse?
Looks more and more like her death was not a suicide.
Mr. Dollar.
I didn't mention it on the phone. The police think it was murder. So do I. I thought it'd be better to save the blow until I got here. Murder's pretty messy.
I can't believe this. Why do they think that?
Well, almost intuition, not quite. They know how people commit suicide. On an average, all suicides do certain things. The Maxwell girl didn't do any of them.
Well, this is a shock. I suppose I could be dragged into a courtroom along with everybody else who knew her. Beatrice, you run along upstairs. There's no reason for you going through this.
All right, Edward. I think I'd rather. Good night, Mr. Dollar.
Good night. I'm sorry, but it couldn't be helped.
Of course it couldn't. I understand. Please don't be long, Edward.
No, I won't, dear. Could I mix you a drink, Mr. Dollar?
No, thanks. I'll make this as fast as possible. I don't know how much you knew about Jean Maxwell's private life.
I knew nothing. I have a number of girls in the office, and it's been my philosophy to remember that not too long ago I was young, too. As long as they do their work well, I ask no questions. As a matter of fact, I have no right to.
Sure. From what I've gathered, she was mixed up emotionally. She didn't have much freedom because of an invalid mother she took care of.
Yes, I did know that.
When the mother went into a hospital, Jean began to make up for lost time. She led her friends to believe that she was friendly with a lot of men. But I don't believe that.
Oh?
I think it was one man. One with enough money to buy her expensive things, perfumes, jewelry, even a gold key.
I'll have to admit that she was a beautiful thing.
You say she worked with a number of girls at your office?
Yes, there were 11 others.
Out of those 11, did she have any close friends that you know of?
Well, let's see. The Dyer girl, Grace, that is. They seemed to be quite friendly. I couldn't be sure of any others.
Well, would you give me all their names, then? I'd like to talk to them. You know, find out if something might have come out over lunch or cocktails.
Yes, of course. Perhaps it'd be better if you phoned me at the office in the morning. I could give you their addresses as well.
All right, we'll do it that way. Well, thanks very much, Mr. Hollis. I'm sorry meeting you couldn't have been more pleasant. The next morning, I had a list of 11 feminine names and the address of Jean Maxwell's truck driving friend. By 10:30, I was following up the ladder.
Come back later. I can't see anybody now.
I'm an investigator from Jean Maxwell's insurance company. I want to talk to you about her.
Wait a minute.
Sorry to bother you. My name is Dollar.
Come on in. I've been out of town. I didn't know about what happened until I got the paper this morning. It's really got me rocking.
Yeah, I can understand that.
How much do you know about it? Why'd she do it?
She didn't.
What do you mean by that?
It's not suicide, it's murder.
Murder?
You knew her pretty well, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, pretty well.
Did you buy gifts for her?
Oh, once in a while. Birthday, Christmas, times like that.
What kind of gifts?
What are you driving at?
Can't you remember?
Oh, yeah. Candy, handkerchiefs, things like that. I don't think I like your approach, mister.
Now, calm down, Corey. I'm giving you a chance to rehearse before the police get at you. When did you see her last?
Night before I left for Philadelphia.
When was that?
2 nights ago, Tuesday. I left at 5 Wednesday morning.
She was found Wednesday morning.
I know that.
You're in a bad spot. Do you know that?
You telling me people think I killed her? Me? Why, I loved her. I wanted to marry her.
I'm sorry, friend. In this situation, that's a motive, not an alibi.
Get out of here, will you? Get out and leave me alone.
You're not helping yourself with this act. You're making it worse.
Get out. Get out before I do have a murder to answer for. Get out!
Lieutenant Durrell.
This is Dollar, Lieutenant. I just left a friend of the Maxwell girl. Name of Harold Corey.
Dollar, I've been kicking myself on not getting the name of your hotel yesterday.
I didn't have one then. Well, I've got a few things to pass along to you now.
Oh, that's what I meant. If I could have located you, I could have saved you the trouble.
What do you mean?
The death was suicide after all.
What? How come?
Autopsy report. There was a concussion from the drop from the bridge, but it wasn't the cause of death.
Hey, wait a minute, not so fast.
The cause of death was carbon monoxide. Looks like she pulled the suicide where it embarrassed somebody, and her body was tossed from the bridge to get her out of the way.
We'll return to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Tomorrow night, Gangbusters brings you authentic, hard-hitting proof that crime does not pay. All the facts right out of police files. The program names names and describes actual manhunts just as they took place. It's a Saturday evening event for adventure fans right here on CBS Radio. Don't miss Gangbusters, tomorrow night over most of these same CBS radio stations. Gangbusters. Now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Come on in. Oh, hi, Dollar. Sit down.
Thanks. This, new theory of yours.
What's the matter? Don't you like it?
Well, I thought I was making progress in the other direction. Give it to me again, will you?
Yeah. Here's the autopsy report. Death by asphyxia caused by presence of large amounts of carbon monoxide. Agent unknown. That's it. Probably automobile exhaust. That's the most popular these days.
You believe this, Lieutenant?
I believe what's in the report.
And how did you say she got into the river?
Oh, I said maybe she committed suicide somewhere so that somebody would get involved. Get rid of her, she was probably dumped in the stream. What's the matter, Dollar? I thought you'd be happy with the suicide evidence.
The insurance company hired me to dig up the facts. If it was suicide, all right. But if it wasn't, they want to know that, too. And I still don't think it was.
Why not?
From what I've learned, she wasn't the type. She liked to be alive. And she played it hard enough to leave some motives lying around. Jealousy, for one.
That boyfriend of hers, Corey?
He's a possibility. I talked to him, and for my money, he deserves checking. And then there's this.
What is this unlocked?
I wish I could tell you. It was undoubtedly given to her by somebody. I'd like to know who. You think you could put a couple of men on it? Find out where it was made?
All right, Dollar. I'll stick my neck out that far for you. I'm under orders, you know. I'll have to be assigned before I can investigate.
Sure, I understand.
Well, I'll take your story upstairs and see what the brass says. Let me know what else you find, huh?
Yeah, I will. Oh, do you have the address of the old flame you mentioned? The mother's friend?
Still like to settle for fraud, wouldn't you? Now, the desk sergeant will give it to you. His name's Paul Anderson.
I'm from Gene Maxwell's insurance company, Mr. Anderson. Wonder if you could spare me a few minutes.
Yes, I suppose so. Come in. You're the adjuster? So soon?
I'm an investigator.
Oh? I didn't know she had a policy.
Yeah, she did. $25,000 to go to her mother.
I see.
But her death has been classed as suicide, which voids the policy. The 2-year self-destruction clause is still in effect.
That's a pity.
Why do you say that?
It's the least you could have done for poor Mildred.
That's her mother?
Yes. An extremely young mother. It was almost ruined her life for that girl.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, the daughter was born when Mildred was only 17. And she was left to care for the child herself. I helped as much as I could. Oh, I don't want you to misunderstand. There's nothing to be hidden. I suppose it is unusual. I did meet Jean first. But when she took me to her home and I met her mother, I realized that Jean was no more than a cheap little opportunist. The complete opposite from her mother. As I say, I suppose it is unusual.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any difference. The point is that you dropped the girl in favor of her mother. Is that it?
It wasn't the gross situation you evidently wish it had been. Now, look here, this has gone far enough. You've asked me these questions for one reason, so that you can draw your own conclusions. Haven't you?
I didn't know it showed.
Well, it does. You think I sent Mildred to the home to get her out of the way, don't you? Well, that's not the case, but you can think what you like. Go ask Mildred if you care to.
I won't bother. Do you know anything about a gold key that Jean had?
A gold key? No, I don't know anything about a gold key. I've known very little about Jean at all these past months.
Yeah. So many people seem to know so little about her.
Hello, Mr. Dollar. I've been wondering how you were making out.
How are you, Mary? The police been here yet?
No. I'll be scared to death if they do come. I feel guilty the minute one looks at me.
That's common enough. Have you remembered anything that might help?
No, not a thing, Mr. Dollar. I hardly slept last night. It's creepy. With her room just like it was the last time she left it. I've got to either move or get somebody else in there.
Yeah. Mary, did Jean ever mention a Paul Anderson to you?
Anderson? No, I don't think so. Not that I can remember, anyway. She was always kind of secret about things.
She did talk to you about her mother, though.
Oh, a little, yeah, about her being in the hospital.
Anything about how she got there?
No, except I got the idea Jeannie thought it was wrong, how much fun she was having without her mother to worry about.
She never told you who was paying the bills?
No, who was? This Anderson guy?
Yeah. You sure she never mentioned him?
I'm sure I'd remember if she did, because I was curious and she never mentioned any of them.
Okay. Thanks, Mary. It was 4 p.m. then, and at 5, I was standing in front of the Seaboard Trucking Company building on Columbus Avenue as Harold Corey backed a big rig into a parking area and headed for a short-order restaurant across the street. Hello, Corey.
What this time?
The dispatcher tells me you're going out on another run. Pretty short layover, isn't it?
Yeah. You decided to look into the way I do my work?
Oh, I just wondered if there was a reason for this quick run.
Yeah, there is. I asked for it. Figured driving I could get my mind off this thing. Anything wrong with that?
Maybe not. You know how she died?
I read about it. Carbon monoxide.
Yeah. Police have decided that doesn't sound much like murder. What do you think?
She's dead. That's as far as I can think.
You knew about Paul Anderson, didn't you?
What about Paul?
Well, that he might have been more interested in Jean than he was in her mother.
I suppose you're just doing a job, aren't you? Well, if what you say is true, I didn't know about it. If I had known about it, I would have killed him, not Jean. Now leave me alone, mister. I can't take any more.
Well, I don't enjoy it either. As you say, I'm just doing a job. I checked that night with 6 of the 11 girls who had worked, lunched, and chatted with Jean Maxwell. Their collective description was of a girl who listened to and enjoyed what other people said, but had little to offer herself. None of them knew anything about her private life. But the next morning, the police located a goldsmith who said he remembered making the heart-shaped key. I went out to see him, then got back to Lieutenant DeRosa.
How'd you make out with that fussy little man, Dollar?
Well, we found the day the key was ordered, and he remembered a few things, because a councilman's wife came in the same day.
What?
The customer, J.E. Carter was the name he gave, mentioned a cottage on the bay. That's east. The girl's body was found northwest of here. I think she was dumped from a car coming toward Boston from out there. So, I think the cottage is in that direction.
Deduction yet.
Well, if I were going to dump a body, I wouldn't carry it through town to take it to that bridge, would you?
I'm being paid to think about another case. I couldn't sell the murder pitch upstairs, but I tried, and I'll buck for promotion if you're right and upstairs is wrong.
I don't suppose you could earn that promotion by assigning some men to cover that northwestern section, could you?
Not a chance. That's county. Division of responsibility.
Yeah. And we'd all be surprised to know how many criminals take advantage of that. Expense account item 4. $35, mileage. Covering a 2.5-day canvass of real estate offices northwest of town. Object, a cottage probably rented previous to the month of June by a man possibly using the name J.E. Carter. It was a vague lead that meant morning to night legwork, but on the third afternoon, it paid off.
Yeah, we don't rent much up here, that's why I remember. She was a dark-haired girl, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's the Anson place out on Butch Road.
Has anybody been there in the past few days?
Not that I know about. It used to be there every 2 or 3 days, too.
How was the rent paid? Cash or check?
By, cashier's check.
Or was it regular? Definite day of the month, I mean? And do you know the bank?
Yeah, between the 1st and 5th of each month since May. Check on the commercial bank.
Oh, thanks. Now, I'd like to ask one more favor. Would you take me out to the cottage?
I certainly will. If it's a police affair, I'm not the one to stand in the way. Well, Mr. Dollar, I've always said that I personally vouch for the people I do business with. But you never know, do you?
That's a profound truth in any business.
I'll certainly try to be more careful in the future. Do you want to go now?
Yeah, I think I've seen enough. Let me lock it. I want to see if this key fits.
This fit.
Yeah, it did.
Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
Didn't you, Mr. Hollis? You thought you'd get away with it?
What did you say?
Well, there's no reason to be clever with each other. I know you killed her. You rented a cottage out beyond Mystic River. You used the name J.E. Carter.
Come into the other room. Yes, you're right. I did become infatuated with her. If you'd known her, you'd understand. I realized last week that it had to stop, and I told her. She'd been with that young Corey boy. I told her that even if I were single and eligible to marry her, I would advise her to hang on to him. Someone her own age.
That was last Tuesday night?
Yes. She left the cottage, and I heard her drive off. Or at least I thought I did. When I went out, I learned what she'd really done. She'd committed suicide in the car. You can hardly blame me for wanting to keep the secret.
It wasn't suicide, Mr. Hollis. You know it, and I know it.
All right, Mr. Dollar. I'll make my statement to the police.
Fine. I'll drive you down.
Thank you.
Edward.
Beatrice, go back upstairs.
No, Edward, I won't.
I insist, Beatrice.
What good would it do? After what I've done because I lost you, why should you ask me to go upstairs while I lose you again?
I forbid you to say another word.
Mr. Dollar. She had taken him away from me because she was beautiful, and I no longer am. I was waiting in their cottage. When they came in, I struck her.
Is this true, Mrs. Hollis?
Yes, I killed her. And since there was nothing left of our lives, we carried her to the guard.
Beatrice, what have I done? What have I done?
Expense account item 5. $110. Final bill for car rental. Item 6. $85 miscellaneous. Expense account total, $266.85. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Eddie Dunstetter. John Lund can currently be seen in the Universal International picture Just Across the Street. Featured in tonight's cast were Jeanette Nolan, Howard McNear, Ted DeCorsia, Virginia Gregg, John McIntyre, Barney Phillips, and Dick Ryan. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Cubberly, inviting you to join us next week at the same time when John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And remember, Tarzan brings you his adventures Saturday evenings on the CBS Radio Network.